What's going on, beautiful people? Can we get some taps and likes? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, everybody? I'd appreciate it very much if y'all would drop some likes in here. How's everybody doing tonight? Or it could be somewhere in another time if you're on the other side of the world. What's up, curator? How you doing? Is it hot there? I know it was hot here today, like very hot. Oh wait, I think it was 94 here today. I hope it's supposed to. My dad said it's supposed to start cooling down out here in the next few weeks, so I hope it does. I much rather cold weather than hot weather any day. Like I like when it's like 60, 50, 40 degrees outside. That's my kind of weather. I'm waiting on the sensual genius poetic right now. But y'all could talk to me until my partner shows up. My bill be high too. Like when I was living in Mississippi when it was hot, bro. I think I probably like my mom had got a new system, like HVAC system. I think I needed a whole brand new one, another one because I think they did it wrong. Cause bro, that thing was working overtime in that heat. I'm just hoping I can cool down here though. I kind of miss being able to swim, but I know it's not just me. Like the global, how you know global warming is real? Because when I was a kid, it was never this hot, consistently hot. Like that's what I had when I was in California. It was bad, bro. Like for real. It got up to like 120, like 120, 130, not 120, 120, 117, 120. I think the highest was 117 this year. But it was like a string of like 117, 115, 114. And the lowest it would get at night is like the high 70s. My bad, y'all. I'm sharing the live out to everybody. Hey, Tim Baker, how you doing? When the dogs want to, yeah, that's how you know it's hot for real. My dogs would be sitting outside, just sitting there, bro. I'm trying to figure out how to share it out with people, more people. It's going well. What's new with you? I wanted to thank you for linking me with Tula. Tula is hella cool. She's really cool. Yeah, I used to have locks. I don't have locks anymore. I don't think you knew me when I had locks. Hi, how are you doing? 80s baby. So if you an 80s baby, what year though? What year? Because I know us 80s babies aging like fine wine. 85. I'm 86. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah. Let me fix the thing. I don't know what's got the little thing. I don't like that. I gotta change the. There we go.
How's you doing?
Huh?
It's been a little minute since we've been. It's been like a good minute since we've been on here. Not even a
It's
little.
been too long. It's been over a month for sure. I know that.
About 2 months, probably. I don't think it's no more
But
than that.
it's good to be back.
In Detroit, it's good to
Curator
be
was in here
back
holding it down with
in
me.
in Detroit. Where that came from?
Curator. Huh?
I said where that came from. It's good to be back in Detroit. If you don't know, I'm taking your fan card.
I feel like I know. I should know this. Like I feel like I should know this.
You should know this. Hey, curator.
Yeah, Curator was holding it down with me for a little bit. Was that in the Temptations?
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's a random line right there. That's
This
not
is
right.
not, bro. That's one of my lines. I'll be saying that a lot. That ain't random.
I've never been to Detroit
Belly
though.
backstage, Detroit.
That's when they got into the fight.
Yeah, I gotta watch that movie, bro. I ain't seen it in a minute. And that's when David Ruffin
Yeah.
came and stole the show on that stage.
I know
Amazing.
that they really probably fought because if I was them, I would have been boxing David. We
Bruh,
gonna have to
if I
fight.
was in that group, I would have been dying. Like every time he did something, I would have been laughing. Like, like nigga, you crazy.
The folding chairs brawl happened in
Alabama,
Alabama. Yeah, Montgomery.
not the Fulton Judge ball.
It will forever be
That's
one of the
hilarious.
funniest things ever. You want to go there? You got to get on the boat and rock with our people. Hey, Alabama is racist though, Timbeka. Like for real. They got like some spots out there, but I would still pull up though. I just finished recording a series. It took minutes.
That ain't bad.
I kept messing up. I
How
was just
many
like,
poems?
ooh,
I mean, 5 poems, right?
yeah, wait.
If you're doing the 5 sixes,
6, because I did the closing one.
oh, I got you.
Yeah, bringing them all together. Dude, I have my folding chair ready. You want all the action, huh? She ready. Make her ready for the action for real.
No, sharing the lies. Okay.
Did you hear that
Go to
Trump got arrested today and booked in Georgia?
I saw somebody say it on somebody else's live. I was on Big Boss Bet live. I saw somebody said it. Oh yeah, that video made its round.
It went everywhere. Yeah, he got arrested. I'm looking to see him. I want to see his mugshot.
Not you want to see his mugshot.
I do. What's up, William? Yeah, I want to
Hey
see his
William,
mugshot.
you
We
already
need
know.
that for
Great ex.
clarification. We just need that for clarification. Tembeka asked where you at?
South Carolina.
We all on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, she said she gonna might come down here and see me. Her and her husband.
Okay. That's cool.
Yep, on the 27th. She said she'll be going to Atlanta, so she got to pass down
Are
this
you
way
going to
anyway.
are you going to Atlanta for the first time? How
ATL
far of
shit
a trip is that from New York? How long does it take?
from New York. I'm curious how long it does take from New York. I imagine that's got to be at least like a 14-hour trip coming from New York. 14 or 15. We just chilling. You know, it's just
Talking
the
about we
regular chat with you.
taking photo folding chairs. You might be good in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I was right. 15-hour drive.
Mm, sounds about right.
You should hit here after like 5 or 6 hours. You'll hit the area that I'm in, and it should be right there close to you too, though, because Atlanta's not that far from you.
I don't know
I
the
did a
boy.
poem on Winter's Live yesterday.
What poem you did? Did you do an erotic poem or you just did a poem?
I did one with Love Gone Awry. The kind of the break that was the vibe for last night anyway. So because she was doing love
Who
poems and like
passed
breakup
away?
poems. Bray Wyatt, he's a wrestler. I don't know if you know who he is.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I just actually just messaged him before this because I found out that he passed away. He got a character kind of like the Undertaker's character. It was crazy. Like he was my age, and just he was injured and he's supposed to be coming back. And
For
I thought
what?
people was lying, huh?
How did he die?
I don't know. Everybody said he was doing good. He's supposed to be coming back in like the next month or two.
Mm.
You want to see the Amish? The Amish don't like to be seen. I don't know what happened.
They told me I was disconnected by you.
I don't know how that happened. The Amish don't believe in talking to us at all, though. They don't believe in interacting with none of the technology that we got.
You might know
Hell,
something we don't know.
Could
yeah,
be.
bitch, come on.
I saw there's a dude on here on TikTok that be like sneaking phones into them and stuff because they can't have phones.
I'm pretty sure more people be doing that. I'm
That's
pretty sure.
hilarious. They be paying him though, so they leave the money out and and like they be having like little hiding spots like in the walls and bricks and stuff. It look like the drug trade like on Power. It's just phones and
Hey,
technology.
what's up, Rainbow?
That's hilarious. What you up to,
What's
curator?
up, Kira?
She said it's
Uh,
that Jesus on the panel.
I'm dying out here.
Oh, Rebecca coming through with the
Yo
jokes.
me SD, yo me, yo. That's the extent of my talent. It wouldn't be the first time I've gotten that.
God
All
forgive me
these
for the know that
demons
what they
that
be
are going.
doing.
Not what they be doing.
I'm the native Jesus.
Was it hot there today? Out there where you at today, Bunny?
I left my ceiling fan on overnight, so whenever I leave my ceiling fan on, my room be kind of cold. It did get a little hot, but not really. Not for me anyway, because I'm anemic, so it's easy for me to get cold. But it was freezing for me. But the past couple of days, I've been leaving it on. I mean, suffering because of it, but you know, we gotta choose our battles.
Right. I like the fact that my dad keep it pretty cool in here, and he like to turn down the AC when he go to bed. So the AC look blowing in here.
Yeah, it's got fans kicking out here.
He said let's talk about those fires that's happening in Hawaii.
Hawaii,
Hawaii's on fire.
what exactly is happening? Because I've been seeing some stuff, but I don't know exactly what it is.
I'm not sure about everything either. I just know that the fires are. Last time I heard, it's like 60 or 70 people died. It could be more by now. Biden sent some assistance over there, but they were saying it wasn't enough. But they're telling them to call FEMA. They call it a state of emergency.
Are they like natural fires or man-made?
Say, if it ain't what active volcano, imagine my name is.
115 dead? Dang, that's crazy.
Oh wow, that's all bad.
Oh yeah,
It's
apocalypse
still
man
burning out of
baby.
control there. I wonder. I don't think it was
No,
related to the volcanoes there. So
that's about people.
that is really sad. I don't think that's normal for that region either, because Fires are normal in
Nah,
California.
I ain't never heard no fires being there.
Mm.
The heat and the winds. Mm.
All
Hey,
right.
sketch the kid. Jesus
I'll get
better
back
have
to you
some
on that one.
answers for us.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just saying it before on that. If you don't believe global warming is real, we could just that's some of the signs. Fires where there wasn't fires before. The heat, like being a kid, it was never this hot before.
We doing all right.
Consistently
How
hot.
are you? We're doing fine. How are
Exactly.
you?
I'm doing all right. Everybody doing all right.
Well, I was just, I'm like, it's been too hot.
This heat out here feel different though, because it's like wet heat.
You said wet heat?
I don't. Yeah, like humid. It's like you feel it in the air, that thick air.
Mm.
I don't Michigan right now.
It be all around here, but I live in the country, so the it feels different where I live than like if we go into the city, it might be a little hotter in the city areas. But around here, we surrounded by like just trees and stuff, so
Oh, you got shade.
yeah.
We have
And I
sharks,
got
and we can't go to the beach here in New York. What?
they're
Oh yeah,
starting to,
the ocean been off the chain too lately. The
Is it the
elements
low key?
ain't feeling this. It feeling what's going on.
Low key, that's because we keep messing with them in the water. We keep messing with stuff. They're messing with their
You
food,
know,
so
like
they keep.
why are y'all in
Why
them
can't
people? Why y'all in them folks stuff?
exactly,
Quit touching stuff like Carlos say.
exactly? Because you want to explore. You explore by like a kid in the grocery
Don't even
store.
go looking. I just feel like the ocean should just be left alone. Like, what's the point? Unless you do some traveling to for different reasons. Aside from that, all that exploring and stuff, the sun sitting on your back, William.
Gonna have us out here singing them slave hymns, wade in the water.
in the water to the ground.
Sharks meant to bite
Oh,
men, not women. Oh, why the sharks gotta bite us?
That makes sense to
hold
me
bait on the
too,
hook.
Rebecca.
That's messed up. Why you want the sharks to bite us?
That makes sense to me too. I feel you.
Look who it is, our old friend Ray. What's going
Where
on,
Ray
bro?
at? Oh, hey Ray. I love traveling too. I gotta get out more.
I feel bad that I haven't really traveled in a while.
Why you
Life's too
feel
short.
bad?
Cause I've been wanting to. It's just life been hitting me like crazy. I want to go more places, like see new
You have
things.
opportunities.
It's going good.
It's going pretty good. How is yours?
Thank y'all for helping us get to 1K. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the like.
I'm over
You
here just
sitting on the
laughing.
porch. You sitting outside, curator.
Nah, let's say if I go outside, I have 2 acres of land. I have one acre and about a quarter acre that way. And
What you did?
oh, see, she took issue with my Black Lives Matter flag on my back door. So I put one on my front door too.
Say
And
that
when I
again.
came to go away, I opened the freaking window.
You're a little muffled, curator.
Yeah, your volume is muffled. I can barely hear you. Jesus be
Oh,
sitting on his throne chilling.
She not gonna let that go, bro.
he's sitting on his own chain.
I ain't worried about y'all.
That right there just makes me want to kind of get the white gown on or something. Just no deer prepared for it. Just pop up on
He finna make a TikTok video of him sitting on his throne. Watch that gonna be coming next. He gonna get off of here and go make some TikTok videos
Hey,
as usual.
you should do it for real.
So yeah, honestly, I know one British guy does. They're like, why not? I do for life.
He said, "Well, you better repent." got the
Better
Dr.
repent.
Jesus meme. Jesus is watching you.
No, I said Rambo. That's my son.
The truck say got nothing but black Air Force
Like
energy,
Air
though.
Force energy.
Not giving a fuck.
Bro, I went to the movies to see the Meg too. Sharks was off the chain.
They had
Ain't no
a
friends
stupid
on
movie
justice.
that had Chris Jericho, and I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but it was or something like that.
Oh my god. I've never seen Sharknado either, but it just sounds stupid.
It sounds dumb, like really dumb.
Tornadoes?
Yeah, literally just sharks in the tornado.
That you saw it.
What?
Yeah, it's a movie. There's like 6 of them.
There's 6 of them?
I used to like
Yeah,
the Lake Placid movies.
it's kind
Like
of like the.
those used to be my movies.
I picked my words carefully.
Not Jesus is my homeboy. Y'all remember them shirts? Jesus is
For
my
real, yeah.
homeboy.
Did you remember the dude that did that joke on Comic View? The Jesus is my homeboy. I said on Monday he the homie. I said on Tuesday he the
I feel
homie.
like I remember
Jesus.
that vaguely. I feel like I remember that.
So I got a question for y'all.
Hmm.
So we talk about wild animals. So if y'all are chilling at the park, right, and a bear walks up to y'all while y'all
Okay.
eating, you taking off running? Are you
No,
gonna sit there
you're gonna pick
and
up.
feed the bear?
You're gonna pick up as well. You're gonna say, I'm food when you run.
I'm gonna talk to it.
I'm gonna talk to it too. I'm not running from
We
no
go
animal.
we
You're
gonna
not gonna get away.
communicate. You definitely not getting
You're
away.
not
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
talk
away.
to it.
So
Oh, I saw that.
Dude,
I saw Beast. I know what you're talking about. But also, Idris Elba was giving that lion the work.
I don't think I've seen
Like,
that yet.
and I really believe that Idris Elba can go toe to toe with a lion. I believe in my heart
well, that's
that
Idris
he
Elba.
can go toe to toe with a lion.
If you believe that, then
I
if you
believe
see me
it.
fight in the wilderness,
I do.
help the bear.
I I did an old video like that.
First of all,
That's
I'm not
hilarious.
gonna be out there.
No, these
If
only
I
and
was
didn't
out there,
become in the friend group when
I
stuff
would
like that
like try
happened.
to talk to it, communicate with it.
There was a
Like
video.
everyone looked at me.
There was a video
I
with
instantly become,
these
fruit.
people was feeding them at the park, like feeding the
For
bear.
real?
It just came up to him and was chilling, and so they kept making them peanut butter sandwiches, and he kept eating them. I would have kept doing the same thing too. You hungry, buddy?
I feel
Eat.
like bears are so non-problematic, but I feel like they be accidentally killing people.
Because their hands is freaking huge.
Right. I feel like it'd be an accident. I don't think it'd be like on purpose.
It'd be like a kid with a toy. It'd be like, "Oh, I broke it."
Right.
And here's my random positive knowledge coming in. When bears aren't sure what you are, they're kind of like a flattening out for, they don't just, go for the swing. They're like, I don't know what to do. This is push you a little bit.
That
Ooh, I
I saw
want
Cocaine Bear and I couldn't pay attention.
it was bad.
Yes,
I heard it was
bad.
based on a true story, right?
That's
Yeah,
what they
except in real life,
said.
the bear died right away.
The bear died right away.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I'm like, ain't no way this bear on cocaine around here killing people.
I can need
Like,
Dave Chappelle, Tyler.
there was
Hey, can you imagine though, for real though, if we drop some drugs in there, the animal kingdom would f us up. It would be all over.
yes.
That
That's
would be
why I
their
said I
first
feel like the
mind.
stuff be happening by accident. Like you in them folks' environment. If you die, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah,
You could see animals already, like they try to stay away from us. They're like, oh shit, it's humans. Leave them
Right.
alone.
Right. So if you something happen to you, that's on you.
You be provoking them animals.
that's better.
Did you hear about the elephant? I think it was in like Chile or no, it was another country in Africa where the elephant had killed the person and then came through the funeral and started stuffing the grave.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Okay, so that
elephant had the
person,
spirit of the ancestors in it.
it
Like, so
unalived the
you thought
elephant's baby.
ain't no peace for you, ain't no rest in peace for you.
Can
Yeah,
you imagine sitting at a funeral and the elephant just run through the funeral and start stumping on the casket, bro?
yeah. It followed her home, unalived her, followed her spirit,
That's what
picked
you
up her
call
body.
Black Air Force energy.
Hey, no, that really did happen though. It
Oh
came
yeah,
back for real.
yeah, on YouTube.
So y'all
Yeah,
ain't never been
that
on
was
a
a good one.
safari before? Cause I have.
You been on a safari?
I wonder, like, not like a real one, like Disney. What the thing is, Animal Kingdom. I be sitting there like, why are these animals just like chilling? What they be doing to them?
That's what they be doing most of the day. They be just be chilling. Cause we come mess with them.
They
That's what
just
it be.
ride through and like they close. They close. If you reach out, you can touch them.
Well, I wouldn't just reach out and touch them.
I wouldn't either, but it's caution. A polar bear. That's like the most random thing ever. Like, where are you gonna come face to face with a polar bear, bro?
I have a
Go
messed
to
up story with
Alaska.
a polar bear. But here's the thing.
Yeah, you gotta go looking for that though. Like, you ain't just about to run up on no polar bear.
This is a true story.
Facts.
Apparently, a brown bear was born albino, and people kept mistaking it as a polar bear and kept re-delivering it to the Antarctic, and it kept swimming its way back.
Or
Yeah, they ended up shipping this thing so many times. They said, you know what? Let's just leave them at the zoo. They diagnosed the
that's
bear with stress.
what? See, that's why humans need to mind their business for real. Mind your
Exactly.
business.
Poetic, this is the end of the world. If Jesus speaks like this, I tell you, Jesus, Jesus is condemning all of you.
Dios mío.
Now, Jesus, I thought we was cool.
Lo siento.
I
Hey,
thought you
no,
and me was cool, Jesus.
no, nobody cool with Jesus. Jesus is gonna send all of you to hell. Okay,
I'm be up in there
guys,
like
I have a
this.
question. I have a question. Guys, how come, like, okay, no offense to it. I just wanna ask. we're just talking, right? Guys, how come
Yeah.
when a person is like gaining weight, we say, oh, it's a beautiful African figure, it's good, it's beautiful. And then when a person is about 600 pounds, 1,000 pounds, and they're like so heavy and it's affecting their health, we're still not allowed to ask them, look, lose some weight, it's for your own health benefit. If you tell a person, then it's like you are body shaming. Why? And people are dying literally who are big in weight. So why is it taboo for us to tell people who are huge? Like, I mean, 1,000 pounds for a person, guys, come on. That's not healthy. You can't say, oh, this is nice. Oh, leave her. She needs to be confident. Why can't we say, no, look, this is a diet you can use. This is how you can lose the weight. Why is it taboo here in America to tell a person who's 1,000 pounds that, look, you're going to die? Why are we condoning it? No,
Hey, if you
like
watch,
literally.
have you ever watched My 600 Pound Life? Because
Yes, that's
Dr.
what I'm
Now will be telling the
talking
people
about.
on there, he'd be like, if
People
you don't
really
change,
do be
you're
telling
going to
people
die.
that in America. She said America. I'm like, what? People
Yeah,
literally always be telling big people they need to lose weight.
yeah,
But
they
I feel
attack
like
you.
it's not always the case with everybody. I feel like sometimes the same thing I feel when it comes to animals, mind your business, because you don't really know what's going on with people, because it's not always that. Some people, yeah, but it's not always that with every big person that you see. And some people are the healthiest that they can be. They've tried the diets. They've done everything that they can to lose weight, and they just won't. It's just not gonna go away like that. Not everybody is supposed
You,
to be slim or, I guess, my size. I
Like
don't
I
think I'm
just feel
average
like
though.
for I just feel it's so wrong. And she's like 1,002 pounds, and she's like
ugh.
she be horny. I'm like, no, you can't be. That's so wrong.
She
How
was.
can you be? She's like, she wants her man. She's like, I miss the intimacy. Like, I'm like, you can't. Like, I'm telling myself, you can't want intimacy. You're gonna kill him, or she's gonna kill her. Whatever.
Thank
No, guys,
you.
no, it's not body shaming. But I'm just saying, if we can't, we have to help them. We can't condone such things. You can't be horny. Come on, guys. No, man, I'm being serious here. You can't. You literally cannot be horny and be 1,200 pounds. You can't. It's just so wrong. Like, he's gonna
I
look
don't.
for it. How is he gonna find it? Because it's
I
his.
don't
Oh,
think hormones work like that. I think you still have them when you're bigger. And
There was
also, I don't know. I feel like you gonna see if they a person like people be saying that how you gonna find it. Like you gonna see that joint. It's
Yeah.
probably more visible when they're bigger.
no, there was
Cause I
one
would
episode.
imagine,
No.
cause that vagina be gaining weight too now.
There was an
The
episode
pussy
that
be fat when
I,
you get fat.
no,
I
I'm not
saw with this
interested.
girl named Lisa. She said that the guy would stick it in one of her folds.
Oh my God.
She was bedridden too. Like I don't understand that. Like
Yeah, you can't do
I don't
that. It should be illegal. Like,
I don't
no.
I don't understand how somebody gets bedridden though. I don't understand how that happens because who is getting the food for you?
Thank you.
Yeah, there
Who
are
brings the plate?
enablers there. There are
Who
enablers.
brings you?
Jesus knows. Jesus knows. Jesus knows this. Like, they're enabling them because they're like, they want all these things and they keep on eating. And we are saying, don't body shame them. Don't advise them on it on the diet. Don't advise them on the gym. But guys, they are dying. They're literally dying. They are they're
I
dying.
think that's because like they know that they're overweight. Like, what's the point of telling somebody something they know?
No, because we keep telling them that no, don't body shame them. It's their life. But we've got to advise them accordingly with respect. I'm not saying body shame them. I'm saying let's advise them accordingly, like in a nice manner. Because you cannot tell me you are 1,200 pounds heavy and you are horny. Fuck hell no.
I
No.
ain't never seen nobody that big.
Okay,
God
that big.
damn,
They ain't
a
gonna be that big for
thousand
long.
pounds. It's
Jesus, you
really
About
better
people
send them to
42.
hell. You better send them to hell.
I've seen people like 800 pounds, 700 pounds, and they are bedridden. So I understand like that's now there's
1,000
people
though. I've never seen
I've
1,000
seen that
pounds.
too. You
No,
never
it's
seen the
wrong.
1,000 pound man?
No, man,
No,
it's
I don't.
wrong.
Yeah, he's like
It's a
1,000, like
documentary.
69.
Yeah, they had to break down his wall to get him out of his house,
Jesus.
and it took
What
like
is
was
that?
it like ten people to carry him out?
What is that?
And the
What?
strength of Jesus.
I don't even understand how the stomach works for a
Yeah.
person to gain that much weight.
Dude. Dude.
It'll keep stretching.
I don't get it because I get full off of like a couple of bites of my food. I can't force myself to eat that much food. Like, what
My
is that? It has to be some type of addiction.
It is my mom had a food addiction, and I
Oh
noticed
God.
it. I didn't notice it when I was until I got older, but she had literal a snack, and it was
Mm,
just wake up, snack on this stuff. So it's beyond eating just to eat. You know, it's eating just because it's here. I gotta keep eating this, but like to get to the point where you can no longer stand up, the people that keep bringing them food are responsible for that at that point. If they can't walk to the
that's
kitchen,
true.
you keep bringing the person food, then you are the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I really and honestly don't even see how like people who are not overweight, how do y'all eat that much food? Like I be looking like
Yeah.
my brothers can eat a box of pizza themselves.
Okay,
I
but
would
I've
die. My
literally
stomach would bust
never been able
if
to.
I did that.
but
I can only eat one.
do they have withdrawal symptoms should you not give them everything that they want? Would they have withdrawal symptoms? That's what I always ask.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Insulin.
Do they?
Yeah. Insulin shot.
Yeah, but where's
Really?
Jesus in all of this? Because they pray. Where
Well,
you? Where are you?
Jesus can heal so much, and the needle heals you with less.
Tim Becca made the name of the episode when we put this on YouTube. That's the name of the
Jesus.
episode.
No, but this is
Where
this is
I'm
where
horrible.
telling
was
you, I'm
Even
going
with
to
Jesus in
get
us,
all
the
of
white
this?
guy.
That's the name of it.
even with us skinny people, like there is a slender person that you can say, okay, you skinny. And then there's an extreme, like you can literally see the bones. And then we say, no, don't tell them. Like you are body shaming. I think it is us people who condone these behaviors because when
I
somebody
don't
tries to speak out, we say, oh my God, you want to body shame? We're not body shaming. We're trying to help them. You can't be to the skinny to the point that we can actually see your bones.
I think the reason why you shouldn't say stuff like that to people is because like I said, they know how they look. I'm pretty sure they don't feel like it's cool. You never really know what people are going through. So walking up to somebody and being like, "Hey, you should probably eat more because you're too skinny," and not knowing what they're going through because they could be sick. It's so many different diseases that can cause these things. So that's why you shouldn't say that because you don't know what they're going through. Now it's
It's
different
a
for those TV shows and stuff where you see the people that are overweight and they don't care. That's different.
I think it's important, like you said, to know what's going on with the person. So if you're a
Right.
person in that person's life and you know what's going on, then you should feel free enough to speak about how what's going on with them. If you know,
If you
then
know them.
if you know them, don't enable. But a random person on the street,
A random
hey,
person, that's not your
you're
business.
fat, you're fat, lose weight.
Like that's not your business for real. Like you don't know this person.
No, but then it
But if
becomes
you
my
know them, that's
business
different.
when there's a small space in the subway, like we're sitting in the subway, and then you want to fit yourself in, and you know that you can't fit in there, but you want to squeeze yourself in. What about me? I can't breathe. I can't move. What happens to me? And then if I get up, I'm said to be like discriminating. But I can't breathe afterwards because everything of yours is like no man. No. It's just
Gordon
wrong.
Ramsay.
And I think another factor,
Because they can
poetic,
say, "What
which
about me?" Like
no, poetic, I think another factor which adds on to this is the disability grant that they get. Because the person is looking at like, if I lose this weight, at some point I'm not going to get this grant because then I'm not deemed as
I didn't know
disabled.
that.
They do. They get
Yeah,
disability grant.
I
Yeah,
did not know that.
dude.
that's
Wow.
considered a disability once you get to that certain weight. You will get that check. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Plus, you
That's
get
crazy.
the food stamps because you can't work, you can't do anything. So your rent is paid for. So all is left for you is just to eat. But the problem is that they are dying, and it's not right. It's
I
not
just
right.
feel like I feel like the problem or whatever definitely should be resolved, but you have to be somebody in their lives. But I feel like commenting to a random person when you don't know them, that's different. You have to have some type of mind your business basically whenever you dealing with people that you don't know. Like it's different if you know them. If you know this person, you're in their lives, you can say that, but
I
like
feel
if you don't know them, like it's
I,
not your right to do that.
True, true. But poetic, let's move on to this one. I've got like, let's say, for example, I've got 10 kids and I keep on having kids and I'm
Mm,
unemployed. So
mm.
somebody tells you, like, look, there's contraceptives, why don't you use them? Because you've got 10 kids, you are unemployed, you and your husband are not employed, you are depending on the state, which means the citizens are actually paying for your lifestyle. And people think that, no way, you are so wrong, you can't tell them that kids are a blessing. You can't have 10 kids and you're not working, sister. No, no.
I agree with you there. I agree with you
I'll agree with that now.
a
That's
hundred
different.
percent.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Because it's
And
taxpayers who have to pay
and
for
it
your
keeps having
lifestyle.
baby showers and stuff, bro. I promise you, if I'm in that situation, I'm bringing condoms. I'm bringing Plan Bs.
Don't even bring the condoms. Don't even bring the D. Don't even come there. Don't even go there.
Like, yeah, but I feel like when it comes to our society, people are very sensitive when you talk about kids and like how there should be a certain type of responsibility that you have when before having kids, and you shouldn't just be having kids like that. You don't really got the resources to take care of them.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing them into the
Yeah.
world?
Mm-hmm.
I hate the fact that we keep using that same phrase. Well, children are
Kids are
always a
blessings.
blessing. They're a
They're
Mm-hmm.
blessing.
blessings.
Or no,
No,
well,
they're not.
okay, that part can be true, but are you a blessing to them? Because they're gonna have to suffer
Exactly.
because of what the decisions that you make.
Jesus be
Yeah,
up
it
there
does.
chilling, drinking his Heineken. He ain't got no worry. Jesus
Yeah.
is like,
What's up,
let them
Bert?
do what they
Hey,
want.
what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah. That leaves the kids in like a unhealthy environment.
It really does. We got to start talking about that more though, because people want to keep having them. I'm sorry, but you want to ban abortion though, but all of these people keep having babies that you can't take care of. The system is filled with kids in all
Right.
countries around this world. We're gonna be overpopulated before we know it.
Dude, we're
We
already
already, if you
overpopulated. What are
ask
you
me, we
talking about?
already overpopulated. Already.
Already overpopulated.
True.
Hmm? I'm coming.
Don't mind me, I'm just setting up in the booth over here.
Yeah, we there. We already overpopulated. People don't care though. Cause I
No.
feel like
They
people
don't.
have this idea that, oh, it's up to me to continue this legacy, and it's like, what
Yeah.
legacy? Poverty? That's your
I mean,
But
you
what
legacy?
was just
about
like
us?
practice
What
to
do
do
you
too.
have?
That's the
Like
thing.
poetic. What about us in New York? Well, we've got like buses and buses coming with loads and loads of people. What about us?
A lot of that problem lies into proximity. Everybody wants to be in these big cities. When you have the entire like, there's massive portions of just America that are uninhabited, and
Right.
they're
We
not,
ain't coming there.
and they're
No.
not
We stay
like
in New York.
like
No.
Booney. You. I guarantee you live by a bunch of fields, don't you? There's a bunch of open
Yeah.
fields, bunch of them.
That I can't wait to buy. I'm buying all of
No.
them when I get the money.
There's
Hold on.
land, bro.
Guys,
But
I gotta take
y'all want to
this.
live in New York.
Hold on. I gotta take this Benadryl back. There's only
Li-
one pill in it. Where's the other one? I gotta take this shit back. They robbed me. There's supposed to be two in there. Shit, no.
Listen, I love living in some on some land where no a bunch of people ain't at. Like I love being in the country, and I'm spoiled here. I can't see myself living in no city
Literally,
like where a bunch of people at.
No.
if people started to migrate away from those big cities, the economies would automatically boost in those different sections that they go to. But they're afraid because the economy is so good in California, it's so good in New York, but we're overpopulated and it's
Right.
polluted, and we're destroying those areas.
And
So
Jesus be out there drinking his Henneken. He ain't got no care.
They don't care nothing about because they feel like that's what we're supposed to do. That's why we're here to have kids and create these legacies. And I just want to know what legacies. What do y'all got? Them last names don't mean nothing because they're not attached to anything to pass down except trauma, poverty. Like what we got to pass?
I guarantee if you ask people what their legacy
Mental
is, they can't answer you.
depression, mental health.
No, they don't.
Yep. Depression, mental health, like you said,
Yeah, like you
problems.
said.
That's your legacy.
You have nothing.
Legacy it is.
I've literally seen somebody who literally has nothing. Like for instance, I have a cousin who has 6 kids with this guy that doesn't believe in a lot of things, and for instance insurance or whatever. So in his mind, I'm not letting her
So you
get
believe in death.
insurance on me because if I die, I want, because he has other kids with somebody else, and he like it's not fair for her to get insurance on me because I got other kids and they ain't gonna she's not gonna share it. What your other kids got going on don't got nothing to do with her. She got 5 of your kids. That's the only thing she should be worried
Exactly.
about. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it makes
Right now, we're
no
talking
sense.
about people having kids and not being able to take care of them. That's probably pretty much what we're talking about right now.
It makes no sense. And
Yeah.
then they teach them these unhealthy habits,
Wait,
and
so
it's like
he doesn't want her to get like health insurance for the kids?
he doesn't want her to get insurance on him, life insurance, in
Why?
case because he don't want her to do good with that. That's what I think. Like,
Wait,
what you
is he the
mean?
sole? Is he the sole provider?
No, she really carried the weight, if you ask me.
Well, he said it. She said if you ain't
She
gonna pull your weight in life, you gonna pull your weight in death.
At least. That's what I was saying. At least. Damn, you ain't doing nothing in life.
No, he's
You
just
ain't gonna
trying not to
leave
take
nothing
care of
for
his
your
boo so he can
kids.
look for a new one. That's all that is.
That is crazy.
Shorten the life expectancy and move on up to the next one.
You have those people who has, and I don't know where this law came from or whatever, who say that if they have 10 kids, they don't have to pay child support.
That's
Where
not a
that come
law.
from? I've never heard no law like that.
I never
But
heard that
you,
That's
before.
not true.
but you have some that will say that, and it's like, so you're telling me that you're having children on purpose so you won't have to take care of them?
That's crazy.
So, so ripping and running, I'm being financially responsible then. That makes sense.
Right. It
The,
makes no sense.
the government doesn't care about overpopulation because that's how capitalism works. You have to have people that keep being born at the bottom so the people at the top can stay rich. That's how it works. That's the only
Yep.
way it's going to work. So they don't care. They need more people to be the
So,
maids. They need people to be the go to the army and fight. They That's why they don't
boom.
want abortion because we
Yeah,
benefit.
I agree, Melanin Queen. They do need to be financially stable. But people will be
Exactly.
like, that's not all that matters. It's more than money. It takes more than money to take care of kids. But money is a big portion of it.
A big part of it. Now, love and everything else is very important as
Yeah.
well, and understanding. But if you don't have the money to take care of them, growing up in
You don't
poverty is a curse. It's a
you don't have
curse.
If you don't have the money to take care of them, you ain't got time to do all that other stuff. Cause you working to get that money and you're never getting it. So your kids are lacking anyway.
I don't think that's a conversation people have. They just, oh, let's have kids. Well, get married and have kids. Where does the financial stability come from in that conversation? Oh, graduate high school, get
They
married
say,
and
I
have
don't know,
kids.
we'll figure it out.
No, like, they got
No.
I done lost interest. Cause what? I want you to have my baby. Don't say them words to me.
I think people don't take that responsibility seriously though. They
They
don't think
don't.
that and a lot of people can cop out on it, and unfortunately, a lot of times it's left on one parent, which is usually the mothers. That,
Right.
oh
Yeah.
well, that's not my responsibility. No, it is though. It
It
is her
is.
responsibility.
Man, it's crazy. I be seeing guys who literally be avoiding taking care of their kids because they want the baby mama to struggle. They don't
For
want to
what
help her.
though?
It's like, bruh, you helping. They be like, I ain't giving her money so she can do this, that, and the third. Like, she literally taking care of those kids. So whatever she do with your money doesn't matter. They're living with her. You can't not take care of kids when they're living with you, unless you're doing nothing and then they gonna die. But like, they're living with you.
I
Like,
think
what
there's
do
an
you
argument to
mean?
be made though,
No,
because a
but
lot
what
of
does
people
Jesus have to
will.
say
Or we
about
went to
this?
play outside.
Jesus, what do you have to say about this?
Oh, my Jesus?
Messiah, son of Judah.
I say, I'm about ready to get red
Uh,
fashion and
But how
And
I
come
feel
bruh,
you
like
rose? No, but
and they
Jesus,
treat.
how come you rose from the grave and you wore glasses? Like, can't you see? If Jesus can't see, how can we see?
I'm sorry, I can't hear that one.
Yeah, Jesus can't even hear. But I thought
She
he
said,
was
"How you
all
rose out of the
knowing.
grave and you wearing glasses? You
Dude,
can't
I thought
see.
Jesus was all
You supposed to
seeing
be a
and all
Jesus,
hearing. How
here's
does
my
he
one
hear?
question. Who told
Everybody's
you he was pale?
quiet. No wonder our prayers are not answered. You can't hear.
You
Jesus.
already know who told. You already know who said that.
colonialism. That's what
You
it
know
was.
who said that.
Jesus. POV when you see a white guy with long brown hair and you see the domestic guy.
Yeah.
Black hair, but
Jeez, Jesus. You better repent, okay? You better repent because you're going straight to hell. If Jesus is
I'm with
here,
my
he's
people right
taking
now. I'm
you.
good.
You're not putting them to hell?
Me, I'll have money, Jesus.
No, me and Jesus cool. I ain't even worrying about hell.
He can be
But
the
if I
Son of God
was,
if he's
if I
doing
did
this.
go down there, I'm gonna figure out how to stay on top.
Well, if you go down to the down under,
Me, yeah, me and Satan gonna get along well. We're gonna get along well.
They said Jesus turned water into wine. When I see him drinking all this water, I'm just thinking it better be wine. I think it's wine.
I wish it was
are
wrong.
you still there,
So
Bert?
killing
Yeah,
you.
I'm here. I'm helping somebody out with a resume on the in the background.
He ain't helping nobody with a resume. He's got a folding chair.
What was that, Molly?
Yeah.
She said you got a
This
folding
man is
chair. You're not helping nobody with
hilarious.
no resume.
The folded chair was earlier today. That's all that was. Now I gotta be nice again because somebody's like, "Hey, can you help me out?" You're kind of like the nerd and all kinds of other stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, sure. Let me look at what you got." And so,
Ooh.
The
yeah,
best thing that you could do to help somebody with a resume is tell them to lie.
Why?
Yeah.
Lie
You
on no
gotta
lie
lie
on your resume.
with that. You gotta lie to get that.
honestly,
Lie on your,
I've never lied on a resume, and I think I'm pretty well off, for my day job.
Yeah, because you
Okay.
probably got you have done amazing things in your life. You
Okay,
don't have
guys,
to
let me
lie.
ask you this.
Pretty much.
How come you guys guys here in America, most of you guys, if not all, are on some sort of medication. What's wrong with you all? Why are you guys on medication?
I'm not.
America.
Yeah,
Illnesses that
Jesus.
they
Okay,
gave
just hold
us.
on, Jesus. Okay, so why are you
A
Illnesses
lot of
that
that
they
guys?
stuff be
gave
what's
us.
in the air.
And the food.
True.
Why
The
are you
food as
guys on
It's in
well.
the air
medication?
and the food.
You know, when you eat Takis for God knows how many years and all that other stuff with all the fake stuff in
Hey,
there,
what's going on?
it can have
That's a
havoc
lot.
on your
Thank
body.
you, President. It's well good.
Some of us are born with illnesses,
True,
True.
Melanie.
like me.
I also always wonder. But the thing is, I don't have a problem with people who have a lot of kids.
Oh, thank
My
you,
problem
Sunshine. Appreciate it.
comes comes when people who have a lot of kids, like 10 to 12 or whatever, think that it is the government's job or it is the citizens' job to take care of those kids that they have. So how do we come to that conclusion that okay, the kids that I gave birth to become the citizens' job to fund them, to go to school, to buy clothes, to do all those things? How does that come to my mind? Or
I
how does
think a lot of that happened with FDR, with his Social Security Act, basically. There was a whole bunch of things that were written up in that bill where there was like a lot of socialism ideas that were added into the American government, but then like they took things
But
away.
FDR, we were talking
Yeah,
about FDR. The time frame we were in the Depression, which we
March of
should have
Dimes.
that bailout for people that are not okay. But if people are misusing this system, then there has to
Yeah,
be some kind of consequences. If you're
it's
choosing to
only a
have 10
problem when
kids,
they're abusing
exactly. But the
you're
thing was with the bill, like they put a whole bunch of programs and services in place, but they didn't have the checks and balances for it. And then all we've done as a country, like at this point, is just add to it, take things away that weren't being used, but we never went back and we never said, hey, if you have 10 kids, what are you doing about your 10 kids? We don't have visits with parents or anything along those lines. Although, really, having the government in your business, that could be a whole bias
Capitalism.
thing.
it. If
Yeah,
you got 10 kids, you need to have a business. Because what is you doing?
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. If
You
we
got
need
that
to be in
many
your business
kids?
at that point.
Where
At
is
that
your
point,
business?
if you on the system, how are you going to provide for these kids? Because we're not gonna keep giving you the money to misuse it, and you still, and a lot of times they give you government assistance, and you still live in poverty. You're not doing nothing to climb out of your situation. So these
Yep.
10 kids grow up not knowing anything and gonna have kids too. Like it's a cycle that
It's a
continues over.
cycle.
Yeah,
And
because a lot of
also,
people
you
don't
also
have
have to take into account too that that's what they want.
the drive, motivation, or understanding how to change their life if they've gone through those generational curses. So,
True.
like, if your mama
True.
had like 10 to 20 kids, and that's all you saw, and you didn't have a drive to like say, "Yo, I want to pursue this. I want to be a musician. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to go to school, whatever." And I don't know how to start, and you don't know how to ask the questions on how to get there, then you're gonna be in the same rut, and then people just get comfortable with it, and that's how it just drags on.
Yeah,
That's why
especially if
it's
you live
so.
in areas like where I'm from, you see, you don't really see anything being done if you're not on social media. And there's a lot of people around me that are very talented, but they don't know how to work social media like that. The farthest they go is Facebook. But you living in a city like this, and you don't see anything outside of people working dead end
Hmm.
jobs. It's hard for you to
Hmm.
want something different.
So I'm gonna brag about my parents real quick, okay? Because I know y'all kind of figured out I'm a weirdo, anyways. So like my dad, he was a bounty hunter growing up, but then like his moonlighting
Call
gig,
the dog.
he brother dog or something like that. But like his moonlighting gig was like he's a jazz musician. He still is to this day as well. And so like
That's dope.
yeah. So like growing up, I always saw him playing. I always saw like all of his bandmates, like having gig nights, like practice nights on Friday, getting ready for the gigs on Saturday and Sunday, whatever it was. But he was like a local, celebrity in a way. So like he was in KC, Wichita. I'm from Kansas. Just like around that area, right? He did a couple of albums. He did some, guitar riffs for some people and all that other stuff. So he got out there a little bit. But one of the things was with him, he was comfortable with where he was at. He's like, I get to pursue my talent. In the morning, I'm kicking ass and arresting people. This is what I do. And then, like, my mother, they split when I was a kid. So she raised 3 kids, me, my 2 sisters. But she found Jesus and became a preacher. and like,
Dang Jesus.
yeah, it was funny growing up because, like, I saw her struggle, at the beginning and everything. But when she finally got into her groove and all that, then it's like, hey, in the name of Jesus, and then, like, life worked out. And then in the basement sound like a freaking demon. Honey, are you okay? What's going on down here?
Making more kids.
I feel like we are all products of our environment in one way or another. Now, how we choose to deal with that is our choice. But a lot of times, like you said, if you see people working dead end jobs, that's the life you're gonna go into. So I think it's important that we start. It's messed up when people come from a community, leave, and don't do nothing for the other people in that
Don't do
community.
nothing. That's crazy. It's actually bizarre because
And you don't.
I haven't gotten where I want to be, and that weight is already on my shoulder. Because I grew up just seeing people accept what they got. Me doing a lot of the things that I did this was a solo job. I didn't have nobody. Now they're cheering and stuff like that. Now they see the vision, but I didn't. When the stuff that I wanted to do was like weird to them. Like, why are you doing that? Oh, you're weird. I'm the outcast, the oddball out because I'm doing something different than everybody else. And that's hard. That's a hard thing to do. Being one person trying to get out of the mud while everybody else is just like, I mean, we don't see nothing wrong with this. Like, what's wrong? Why you complaining? Nothing wrong with this. We living a life.
Nah,
To me, it wasn't.
I was always knuckle dragging. Like, I felt like I was born in the wrong state and in the wrong town. And
Me too.
as a kid, I was like, all I want to do is get out, right? Didn't fit in.
Right.
Tried to figure out different ways. I was like in so many freaking pots, and I was a weirdo, just like everybody else probably was on here. And one minute, you were the ROTC kid. Next minute, you were a cook at a hotel or something like that. Went to college. Did that for 4 years, so I could get
What
money
branch?
for Air Force. Yeah. So I did that, got my money for school, got out, and then I started doing what I do now. I was a consultant for the government for like 12 years or something after I got out. And then I got a job with them finally as a project manager, and it's just been chaos after chaos. And I'm like, okay, this is what I do for my day job. But, when I was like 13, 14, I had no idea what I was doing or how it was going to work out. Didn't even.
I got a question for you, Bert.
Shoot. Yeah.
Since you work within the capitalist system, do you support the capitalist
No.
system?
No, I just realized that my skill set that I got in the military translated only to a certain amount of things, and a certain amount of things paid really well. And so you're
Play
like,
into your hand.
so you were like, okay, I've done this. I've traveled to like hot and sunny places. I handled a lot of money for the government. I understand whatever I did in there, and they need civilians to do the same thing. Okay, I do my job. Once I'm done with it, I'm back to just being normal me. I have
It's
my
a means to an
opinion.
end.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Pays the mortgage, pays the bills. That's all you care about.
You got to keep going.
Oh yeah. And at some point in time, I will relinquish that role. It's just I'm not there yet.
User.
Mhm.
I don't see him.
Yeah. So at some
You
point in
can go
time,
ahead. You can keep going, Bird.
all right. Yeah, at some point in time, it's going to be one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'm done with this, but you got to get everything else on the up and up first. That's just life.
Yeah. But yeah, about that how um a lot of stuff, of course, we know stems from slavery too when it comes to black people and not really wanting nothing different, because like they've been in
Mm-hmm.
this space
Yes.
where this is how things have been. So I'm gonna keep doing this. Like I know so many people who don't even want to leave here. And if you come where I live, where I'm from, it's like, how do y'all not want to do better? Like, how do y'all not want better?
Because their friends and family are all there, and all the
Yeah,
memories and all that stuff.
they get
That's
stuck in
stupid
that.
though. You have to see the world. Like people, I can't understand how you just want to live inside this box. There's nothing else. There's so much more outside of your little neighborhood.
There's
If you
also fear too. You have to have a lot of courage to do something different, because you have so many people who will place their fear in you. They'll knock down everything that you want to do. They'll have something negative to say about it. They'll make you scared to do it because they don't see the vision,
Oh, trust me,
because
I
they've never gone that far.
Oh, trust. I've seen that so many times. People that small minded mentality. Oh, even when I was moving to Mississippi into my house, people were saying, "Oh, why you moving to Mississippi? Why you moving into a house that you own? What?
Huh?
What do you mean? Why am I moving into? Why am I going to be a homeowner? Are you stupid?"
man, you gotta get
What?
yourself a studio apartment and like freaking, right outside of a big city and pay a freaking rent that's outside of anybody's comfort zone. That's the dream right there.
Joey,
Into a car with
for
a
real.
22% APR.
We have like a one bedroom, and then it's a lounge combined with the kitchen, and it's $1,600 a month. And whatever is broken, neighbors yeah, and then you've got neighbors who are like, who've got roaches, and who've got
Mm.
like all sorts of things that like, you report it to the landlord, and he doesn't give a damn, but you still pay rent, and then you dial 311, and then they come and then they check and they tell you, okay, look, we're gonna have to move you guys out, and then we're gonna tell the landlord. But the landlord doesn't have a place for you guys to live, and he can't afford to pay for you guys to put you guys up while he's disinfecting your apartment. So what do you
Hmm.
do? What do you do?
That's
That's a horrible
that's
situation
crazy.
to live in.
Where are you
It
at?
is.
Because there should
In
be
it's
renters'
New York.
rights and everything.
It's in New
Where?
York. New
New
York.
York?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would start looking at, or at least talk to a lawyer or something, because there should be laws in place for renters, just like there are homeowners, for what is acceptable behavior for a landlord.
Aw.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. Sorry, babe. My friend, guys, my friend, please follow her. She does follow back. Her name is Melanin Queen. She just commented. She's got a bad signal. She's in Michigan. But if you follow her, she's gonna follow you guys back.
All
She's
right,
my
I just
best
gave her a
friend.
follow.
Oh, you gave her a follow. Good, thank you. She's my friend. She listens to all the bullshit I tell her. I even wake her up when she's cuddling with her. No, I wake her up like literally, and she's cuddling with her husband. I'm like, bitch, you can't be cuddling with your husband. I've got problems right now, and I need to talk. And she has so,
All right,
That's hilarious.
Melanin Queen, I'm gonna let you know if you start looking at my
oh
page.
god.
It's a little bit all over the place because that's how I roll.
And she has to listen, and she's got
By
the
all over
biggest
the place,
eyes
he means
ever.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Thank you
It's
for
very
following.
entertaining.
They
She's
all would.
got biggest eyes. Like she opens it, what's wrong? The last time I was like hysterical and I was crying and I had a problem. So she was with her husband and she didn't know what to do because her husband doesn't want her to be on the phone. So what she did is she sent me a $60 and she knew that money would shut me up. Then I kept quiet. She sent me money. She sent me $60. And I was like, quite okay. I'm okay now. You don't need to worry about me. Oh
That's a good
God.
friend.
She's
That's a good,
That right.
yeah, she's like my best friend. She's from South Africa. She's here. She lives in Michigan as well. But guys, I'm really happy because I'm originally from South Africa. Poetic knows and Royal knows as well. I'm originally from South Africa, but there's a lot of cultural difference. especially when it comes to the health issue. Like I was telling you guys, like the issue of the weight, guys, we cannot condone our family members when we see that now it's unhealthy. You cannot let your family member become 1,200 pounds.
Now those are outliers even in this
No,
country when you have people
no.
that are like
Yeah,
that
that's what I was
that
saying. I
huge.
don't even know nobody like that
As Royal,
at
he knows
all.
they go up to 1,400 pounds and they don't make it.
It is an outlier. It's not that big of a population, but it is growing though.
Yeah.
It is growing. The people that are getting to that mindset to jump out life like status, and it's reasons behind it. We're gonna end up like Wally if we don't stop messing around.
Well, I mean, like with the VR headsets and everything, we're already halfway there. Just saying, just saying. I say this and I have a freaking Oculus up here.
Some people with it. Some people want that life.
I don't want that, bro. Like I
I'm
don't want
scared.
that.
I go get some land, build my little community over there. When y'all start doing that, I'm good.
Okay, okay. Let me just ask this one question and then I'll leave, guys. I just want to know, when did you guys discover that Jesus was curator, a white person, and the devil was a black person? When did you guys discover that? No racism, guys. Please, 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 guys. Let's not make this about race. Let's just talk about it because that's how we all know it. That Jesus is white and the devil is black. When did you guys discover that the devil wasn't really black and Jesus wasn't really black, white?
I kind of like always knew. I kind of
Yeah,
always
There
knew,
ain't that
but
many
that
white
wasn't what
people.
it was.
Okay, there's not that many white people in the Middle East. More so now, there's more. But like
oh yeah,
back
yeah.
then, everybody had some shade of brown. So you already knew that those ideals were made by some Anglo-Saxon type person when they were introducing religion over there. But you already had Islam and you already had like all the other uh, deities that people worshipped in that area that had some shade or melanin to them. And so
Right.
when you hear
Yeah.
about the ultimate good guy on a Sunday, you realize that yeah, he probably isn't what a lot of people think he is.
Yeah.
And most people back then in that area probably weren't either. And I'm assuming because God's image, all that other stuff too. Most likely your angels and fallen angels probably weren't that shade either.
Yeah.
But that's just my mindset for it.
But one of the depictions in Revelations in the Bible, they describe angels as like how gargoyles look.
Mm,
Don't get
so
me started on the
That was my favorite.
dude, I
That
used to
was my
read that on the
favorite
toilet.
book in the Bible. Like I love that book. that was my
That was my
favorite.
toilet read.
That was my favorite book. I was like, this is lit. Like super. This a good. This is a good book to
It was
finish.
a
I
fever.
love
It was a
this.
fever dream. You know that was a author. Somebody sitting there like I'm about to write some wild shit right
That
now.
was me in the past. That was me back then writing.
He was like, "Yo, they go fall out when they see this right here."
You know, I'm sure whatever he was smoking during that time frame was amazing.
Oh, it had
Amazing.
to be some gas, bro.
It
It
was
had to
that
be some
Kurtakana
gas,
Ghana light.
bro.
That's what that shit was.
Bro, that book kept me entertained. Everybody in church reading all the other books. I'm reading Revelations. It was lit.
Nigga, have you ever smoked death? Death? You mean I'm gonna die? No, nigga. This shit makes it to where you can't hear. I don't what? What? Halfway mumbled through there, you know it was lost in translation at that point. He's been on that death shit again. That's all.
Uh, that
And
was a good book.
somebody read that and was like, you know what?
This
This
gonna
should go in the
happen,
Bible.
bro. This gonna happen. Oh, this gonna happen. Like, we living in the last days. You know, what they like to say, the trumpets
Oh
and all of
Lord.
this stuff, the locusts and all of this. And I'm like, That's nature, bro. What do you mean?
I mean, I'm in the South. We have cicadas over here, so I mean, it is what it is.
We have some over here too.
Those things are
Every
fucking big and
17 years.
terrifying.
The fact
It
that it
scared my.
was written 200 years after the death of Jesus too is wild to me. It's just like
Wild. Wild.
Christians will swear by it. This is really gonna
It's
happen. Like,
gonna happen. First of all, it don't make sense. You let the devil out for what, 1,000 years. You lock him back up, let him out
Hype man.
again. Let him terrorize. Take the good people. How much they say? 144,000.
Hmm.
144,000 people out of 7 billion.
right?
And it's crazy because you have certain religious groups
Hello.
that think that they are those people. So you're saying, so that means that your whole organization not even gonna make it.
Yeah.
But y'all believe
Well,
that
I'm
this is
glad you did
God.
scroll on here with us.
All right,
Welcome.
let's.
We have conversations like this all the time.
This is fun. I can dig it.
Yeah, I'm feeling the sash right now.
Talk about Jesus. Are you hearing this though? Jamaica is hilarious, bruh.
I swear,
For real.
I'm gonna bring this to the podcast. Just
Hey,
not
are
gonna
you
tell anyone
busy
I'm gonna do it.
on Saturday, Tim Becca? Are you still there?
Mhm. It almost be feeling like
Hey,
people
Claudia.
want
Hey,
Armageddon
Mimi.
to
Oh, I'm
happen.
hearing this. Yeah.
It's almost like they want it to
Hey,
happen.
Claudia.
Like they're
Oh
waiting
yeah,
for it.
yeah, absolutely. They want it to happen. I do believe
Dory,
that
what
we're
up?
gonna destroy each other, but it's not gonna look nothing like it says in the Bible. We gonna blow each other up. We gonna do some stupid stuff like that, but anything that you see that kind of aligns with Revelation, people's like, see, it's a sign.
It is.
Well, peace and blessings to you as well.
Hey, what's going on, Martel?
I feel like if you put it out there like that, you'll have people who will try to make it happen. I think
Right?
that's what it is.
A self-serving prophecy.
Yeah.
Let's create the apocalypse. Y'all don't think that we got people that will do stuff like that in our
Oh,
I,
society?
oh, there's always
I
people that will try
100%
that
believe
shit.
it.
100%.
Not to mention now, since we've
Self
gotten smart enough to actually manipulate like bacteria and deadly viruses and diseases and possible
Yep.
cloning. Okay, I might be going off some conspiracy crap because some of my followers have been sending me clone videos. So
Nah.
you can make like clone
that's
armies and
real. That's
battle
real, bro.
robots. I know it is.
Real, bro.
But I could be touching on that for some people. You know, what was it? I was listening to the news today and I saw like the Air Force was testing out like battle robots and stuff like that. True story. So, you know, we're gonna have Gundams at some point, clones flying Gundams, freaking dropping COVID 50-50
And if
for
they
some
doing guns,
people.
I want a God Eater, and I want to be able to let us
Yeah.
operate. I want a God Eater. That's all I know. Y'all
I'd
gonna
fly a
take it
Gundam in a
there,
fucking
take it
heartbeat.
down.
Okay, guys, how important is child support to you guys? Since I'm from South Africa, I just want to know in America, how important is child support here in America? Like, a guy has to pay the baby mama some sort of money every month. How important is that, and how does that affect your credit score?
Depends on the woman.
It also depends on
Credit
the
you will go.
state
score.
too.
You will go to jail for not paying.
Yeah, you could go to jail for it, but I don't think it affects your credit score, does it?
It depends on the state.
I don't know. Oh, it depends on the state. I don't know. I didn't never heard that
You
before.
can do that in certain areas. You can add alimony and regular child support payments as like a continual thing, and you can actually bump your credit score for it. Um,
Whoa.
What?
some states you can do that. So
Say that again. Can you say that again slowly so that everyone can understand? Because I'm lost.
your child
Okay.
support and your alimony, if you have to pay it, in some states you can say, "Hey, I continuously pay this." on X day regularly, and they may bump your credit score up a little bit for it. Be like, oh, well, you're a consistent person,
Wow.
although you weren't consistent in the fucking relationship.
All right. Like what?
Okay, Bet, can you just shut up because you are messing the whole shit up? My God.
So wait, how do they do it in South Africa?
No, like
Yeah,
child
I'm curious
support.
too. Is there
In
equivalent?
South Africa, child support, if your boyfriend or the baby daddy or the husband is working, they calculate his expenses, and then they see the dividend, and from there they withdraw the child support. You can't decide, Hore, you're gonna pay. I'm deciding I'm gonna pay a poetic 500 rand. No, you can't. She can't do that. You can't do that for her.
There you
The
go.
court decides how much you make and what's your expenses and what's left of you, and then they tell you. You decide you want to pay her 500. They'll decide, no, she deserves 1.4, depending. Because guys, remember, when you've got a child with somebody, let's say Curator has a child with me in South Africa, and he earns about 10,000. Let's make it 15. Let's say he earns about 15,000. He can't give me 500. 500. Where's the rest? Paying for the Wi-Fi, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for that, I'm paying for that. And then they will deduct from what he earns. He can't tell them how much he wants to pay. They tell him how much he needs to pay. So how does it work in America?
I mean, it kind of sort of works
It's
like
the
that,
same thing. It's pretty much the same.
but like then it goes also by state as well, where there's a
Yeah.
certain percentage that they take out.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a threshold for a certain amount that they can take out of like your salary, which is
Yeah.
probably like 30% or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
30s, probably like the median for a bunch of people, and that's a
Mm-hmm.
year to pay for the child. Or you can then go back in and say, hey, I can't do this because I have X amount of student loan debt and other
Mm.
stuff, but you have to justify what you have to pay out each month. And then the court decides, okay, yeah, we get it. You just graduated from college. You had one of those nights. You didn't pull out fast enough. You couldn't pull a pizza out the oven. Couldn't pull out the driveway.
Okay, but hold
Whatever.
on, Bet. Hold on. Let me ask you this. Let's say, Bet, I've got a child with you, and you earn about $15,000 on your own. Before I go to court, I want to see this, and then I'm going to go to the court. Okay, on your own, how much do you think that I deserve if I've got two kids with you and you earn $15,000? How much do you think I deserve from you?
$15,000, is that a month or a year? Because
No,
a
a
year you
month.
ain't getting shit.
No, no, no. I'm talking about a month. How much do
Okay.
you think that I deserve from you for the kids?
So this goes into what type of life that you establish with that person. How long were you married to
Right.
them? How long have you had those children with? What was the routine that was prior to whatever that situation was? Now, because you have two kids, depending on
How
the
much
life,
do they like you?
I mean, it doesn't matter either way. The kid likes you or not. It's still you. You could I went through that joke earlier.
I mean,
But like,
it's really between parents.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, because you have those two children with that person, there
Mm-hmm.
still should be an understanding on how much it's going to take to keep them to at least
Hey,
maintain the status
Quintra.
quo. Now, the thing is, it's like alimony might be tied into it or whatever at some point. Let the courts decide that. But when it comes to the children, it's like, hey, Timmy needs a $20 haircut. Okay, cool, $20.
Thank you.
Mama can't cover it. Daddy's got it. That type of thing. But there should be
Even then though,
communication with
it's
both
broken
parents on
down.
that.
It's broken down into percentages when the courts get involved. It's
Exactly.
it's a it's a percentage of
Mhm.
your income, regardless of how much you make. Now, but like you said, that percentage will be based upon the lifestyle that they establish. So, like, if you were dating somebody like the rich like a Denzel type person who
Mhm.
you're accustomed to this lifestyle, the
Mhm.
percentage is going to be much higher than somebody that works at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so wait, Bet. So I'm dating you, and you are owning 15,000, and I've got two kids with you, and now you've decided to take another wife. You've divorced me. So how much, in your opinion? Let's leave the court. How much, in your opinion, am I entitled to look after your 2 kids? How much?
How much are you
15,000?
entitled to? Are you
Yes.
talking about as the ex-wife and everything?
Yes.
Does the state have an alimony clause?
No, hold on. Let's leave the alimony. Let's talk about you and me personally. We're talking me and you as exes. How much am I entitled to your 15,000?
Is it amicable? Or is it, I can't even talk. Was it on good terms where the breakup happened? I'm not even going to try to sound smart right now.
But I'm talking to you like to pay child support.
Well, what was the cause of the breakup?
How much do you think that I am entitled to? Let's leave the court.
I love him.
Whatever. You are earning 15,000.
Man, for real.
No, you are earning 15,000. How much am I entitled to for the kids? How much? In your own
Are
opinion?
you working?
No.
Are you working?
No. I'm sitting on my
You're
ass
not?
and I'm not gonna work.
Then you ain't getting shit.
No.
I'm sorry, honey. If you're not working and you're only relying on child support, you ain't getting shit, and I would make sure my lawyers are backing me up on that.
No. Wait, hold on, guys. Wait. I wanna get this straight. But
Second.
Rebecca, you deserve it all, in my opinion, girl. Get everything that you can.
Dude, that's
So,
wrong. Bet. I'm not working because I don't have the right to work in America. Let's say I'm an immigrant. I'm not allowed to work in America. I've overstayed my visa. I don't have papers to work in America. You've divorced me. You've moved on. You've got another girlfriend. How much, in your opinion, do you think
This ain't a situation I'd ever be in.
Hold on. No.
Nothing.
No, hold on, Ben. I'm asking, in your opinion, how much do you think I'm entitled to look after your kids that you left me with, so that you can go and do your fuckery with Poet?
My fuckery? Well, that's a lot of fuckery right there, apparently, because I got somebody that wasn't even legal in my country, pregnant, left her with my 2 kids, which are American citizens, which, wow, that's a lot of fucked up shit.
Okay, so how much do you think I'm entitled to from your salary? You earn 15,000 a month.
At least 18 months.
So how much am I allowed to get from
15,000 a month?
In your own opinion, how much am I allowed to get from?
At least about 5 of them things. 7 of them things.
I mean,
I think 7. I think 7 of them things.
About 7 of them things.
It's all math here. It's all math. But you know, the thing would be at this point, you're probably already gonna get like 3,000 for the kids, right?
Good.
If I'm making 15,000, you're probably gonna get the 3 for the children. And it depends on how many times, you know, promotions happen and all that other stuff, whatever, it'll probably be readjusted at that point. But if I were to get somebody from a different country in that type of fuckery, which would never happen, dear God.
Shut up, it didn't happen, Beth.
I know it happens. There's a lot of pretty ladies that end up over here and get into those type of situations. But I'm not the type of person that would do that shit.
How much am I entitled to your 15,000 that you get every month? How much?
I mean, shit, you could probably get a couple bands, but I mean, it's
how much?
I believe you deserve
probably
a couple 7 of them things, Jamaica.
Okay, so you're already at 3. I'd probably slap, like, you know, I'd make it like an easy 7 at that point. Just because of that type of situation.
Yeah, that's reasonable. So why men? I just want to know from you guys that are men here on the panel. Why, when Poetic has been dating Royal for a long time, and then she has a kid, why do you guys walk away from that? Why do you walk away immediately when she tells you she's pregnant? Answer me that question.
Because
easy answer. Those guys are cowards.
That's one thing. And then the other thing is, too, we don't know the full story about whatever it is. A lot of these cats do this type of stuff. No, I'm still talking here. Now, a lot of these cats do this whole fuck around and don't want to find out thing because they look at it as they look at it as everything you see in the media. Sex related. Everything is always in your face, immediate gratification. But you never understand what the consequences are for those actions. No one talks about in a rap song They're
That
not
is
like,
true.
hey, I got 50 ladies here. I slept with all of them.
Right,
But you
Mimi
don't
Black,
hear
Mimi
they
Black
all pregnant like a month
know what you're
apart.
talking about.
And
But
now I got,
why do you feel the need to stick it in me if you can't pay for the kids that I'm gonna bear for you? Why?
what was that?
Why do you feel the need
Careful, Bird. How you get the
to
situation?
stick it in me? You're sticking in me, dude, and you are peeing in me. So why do you feel the need to calculate? Can't if you earn in 15, why can't you give me the 10 and keep the 5?
It's that life situation. Like I said, you probably don't know what all they have to do. They might have a whole
Hey,
bunch of debt.
hey,
They might
hey!
have
You
a
gotta
whole bunch
give
of shit they gotta
you gotta
do.
give Temecca her coin. She need that. She need that money. She
I'm
said
just
she
saying, this
coming for
ain't a situation
everything.
I ain't gonna be in. But Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah.
but
I
hold on, let me ask you this out clean. Whose responsibility if Poetic was dating you for 5 years and you didn't bother to marry her, and then she ends up having 5 kids by you, and then you come back to me, Fifi, and then you marry me? Whose responsibility are the 5 kids? Whose responsibility is that?
That's a joint part, or that's a joint custody
Both.
thing between Poetic and I. If that was the case, both parents have to be involved in the child's life, and you would hope that
Thank
Fifi would
you.
be involved in the child's life as well as stepmommy if that was the case.
But you're the man.
Yes, but you still have to be in a co-parentship with the woman. You made the kids. It's both of the
Poetic.
I feel
parents' job.
I feel unfortunately a lot of times in different countries the care for the child falls solely on the mother as far as
Yes.
nurturing, and the
Yes.
care for the child falls solely on the father for financial. And I don't think it should be like that. It should be
No,
both putting in both. You need to
Hey,
spend time with your
I
kids,
had a big
and you
stomach
need
and
to
I
give
gained
them
weight
money
for your
too.
child. I gained a
exactly.
big stomach for your child, and I got stretch marks to show you that I've got a child by you. Why can't you?
Rebecca
From the
said she wanted
15,000,
all.
no, from the
Man,
Forget
15,000,
what
you want
y'all
a
talking
tummy
about.
tuck? You
no,
jacked me
Rebecca
off!
said forget what y'all talking about. Cut that check.
no,
Cut
hold
that
on,
check.
Royal. If you're getting 15,000, I think 10 is enough for me, and 5
Fifi,
is
I
enough
feel
for
like there
you.
was something
I've got
going
kids with
on.
you. Hold on, man. I'm just
I feel like no.
I'm gonna say
That's
this:
a
if I
woman
was
has to
a
take some.
man in that situation, you can get all the money you want if you got them kids.
thank you,
If I don't got them,
thank you.
you can have that. Because I do feel like a lot of guys that do pay, they don't really have they don't have any involvement. They just pay. So
I want to ask you, why Melanin Queen? You said she doesn't want child support from her baby daddy. Why?
my cousin is the same way.
She don't want
Same
nothing
way.
from him.
And she got 6 kids,
it
bro.
seems becoming
That's
more and more
crazy.
popular.
My cousin, she said she don't believe in it. I don't know what that even means. Like it
Okay,
exists, but how
guys,
you don't
let me
believe?
ask you, Poetic, you guys are in America. So a guy impregnates you. In America, you guys don't have to go to the girl's parents' house and ask for an apology in a form of money or a cow. Okay, let me not say cow because you guys can't keep cows here. Okay, doesn't, let's say you dating, so impregnates you. This is a third child. Doesn't he have to go to your family and ask them how much they want for you?
No.
No, hold on. Let her answer. Answer, Poetic. I just wanna hear.
Could you repeat that again, please? I'm sorry.
Okay, you've got a child with Bet, right?
Hmm.
So Bet has made you pregnant 3 times, and if he has no intention of marrying you, the fool, kill him, kill Bet. Okay, let's not kill him now. Let's let him answer. Okay, so you've got kids with Bet, 3 of them. So Bet
Hmm.
earns $3,000 a month. In your opinion, Poetic, how much should you want from salary of Bet? Bet, keep quiet. Let
The
me listen.
whole from his family, you said,
You've got 3 kids with him,
My
and
family
She
then
was
said
killed me.
salary.
okay,
from his salary.
you've
Okay.
got 3 kids with Bet, and then he decides, look, fuck hell no, I don't wanna be with poetic, I'm going to Melanin Queen because she has no kids. So how much do you think you are allowed? Because count everything that the kids needs from you. How much do you think that you need from Beth?
I need all of it.
Thank you.
I
Beth, she
think he
needs all
just
of
should
it.
just work and hand me the check. Same thing you would be.
Exactly.
It's the same thing you would be doing if you were living with me. You would work and you would hand me the check. I pay the bills. I make sure the house is good. I make sure the kids is
Mm-hmm.
good. So
Mm-hmm.
And my answer would be bullshit.
Beth, can you answer that? Can you answer that, Beth?
My salary, seeing that, if I was living with somebody
Yeah.
and going through the day-to-day stuff,
Mm-hmm.
most bills I end up paying and all this other stuff like that or whatever. But,
Mm-hmm.
it's like when you break up with somebody,
Yeah.
for whatever the reason is,
Yeah.
I'm not going to give up my whole paycheck. Like I said, there's a
Why?
certain process I follow because a dude that has zero monies can't survive in the world, especially in an inflation economy as well. So you're already putting yourself at the bottom barrel doing stuff like that. For the most
Hey,
part.
Gaylina.
For the most part, let's just put it like this. I ain't about all that crazy. I ain't about pulling out and like leaving somebody by themselves. And I'm definitely not. I know my tap out number. Period. So
Hey, that's something that every guy should know. Every
yes,
guy should know
you
this.
should know when you start going a little bit too high. You're like, you need to reset. Okay, you know when it's coming. You handle your business. You need to be able to pull out the driveway. You need to be able to pull stuff out the oven. You need to be able to tap the keg. You need to be able to make sure you're accountable for what you're doing. If you're going to bring a life into the world, you need to understand all of those repercussions that come with it. And
But hold
you need to
on.
understand the person that you're with before you even get in that situation.
Okay, hold on, Beth.
yeah,
I'm an immigrant. I am not allowed to work in the US. I don't have a social. I'm here, I'm married to you, and then you decide, look, fuck Fifi or fuck Poetic. I'm going for Melene. So, how much, in your own opinion, without quoting anything, how much, in your opinion, do you think is enough to sustain your kids, the two kids that I have with
2
you?
chickens.
I'm still gonna say it like this. This is not a situation that I would be in. I mean, yes, young me was a
Good
dog,
morning.
but
Bert. The only right answer is all.
no, no. As a
No, look,
realist,
this is
all
the better thing.
In this
I think
situation, yeah,
I think it's important to people not to have kids in those situations though. Don't put
right.
yourself in that position.
oh yeah.
And if you think
But
if
you
you
guys
think that
wanna
you
stick
that
it
the only thing that
in.
you got.
So what do I do if you wanna stick it in?
No, that's the thing too though. Don't you have that, don't you bear that same responsibility for letting somebody
Airstrike.
stick it in you too?
Yeah.
Baby,
No.
that's why I stay away from pipe. That's why I
But
stay
you're
away
the
from
If
one
pipe.
somebody
sticking it in. I'm not.
unless the person was, raped, then it was a mutual thing. You both decided to engage in the act. You both got to decide to take care of them kids together.
I mean, I'm not gonna be the type of person that's gonna get a Melania and just like drag her around and then just drop her off like the freaking cliff of like the edge of the earth or something. No, that's not cool. You would
Right.
hope that both parties in said relationship would be able to support themselves and others. And if things fizzled out, yeah, I've seen how that goes where one person's on the wrong end of the situation, but you would hope that
True.
that never happens. So for me, I know there's a lot of Kansas kids from where I'm from that love the exotic type and would chase after that. And even in the military, you would see that. But a situation
Hey,
where
can you be
both
more specific, Bert? What do you mean by the exotic type?
somebody from a different country that ain't ever been in America and you think they're a certain way and you look at it as okay, I can bring this person to my country, they're going to be the perfect wife or perfect husband or something like that, they'll always be at home, don't have to worry about anything because I got this hustle. No,
The mindset is I can control them.
pretty much.
Yeah, that's a really big form of manipulation. That's wow.
I can control it.
No, I ain't about that life. I wanted to be in a relationship, that I pursue. I wanted to be like, okay, boo, I got my things, you got your things. We meet in the middle. Period.
That's the most beautiful relationship
Yeah.
to me because you
Yeah.
ain't got nothing going on. I'm not interested, bro. Like, why are you interested
Exactly.
in somebody that don't got nothing going on too? I'm not trying to come home and have a conversation about the new brand of Pine Saw. I just don't want to do that.
No.
Or the or the new broom that you found, bro. I don't want to have. That's a pointless conversation, bro.
Right? You know, and like, and even when it comes to passions and hobbies too, it's like, when you have somebody and they're like, hey, you're into painting, I'm into music, okay, cool. Hey, just letting you know, you like my paintings and everything, I made you an album cover. Fucking sweet! That's cool. You can meet in the middle for shit like that.
Yeah.
But just like, oh, she don't do shit, but she's pretty. Dude, you can get you a fucking real doll for
But
$10,000 and have
That's
like
a
less stress
that's
in
a
your
there's a
lot
life.
of
whole bunch of
favorite.
people.
That's a lot of men favorite type of woman. That's a lot of men favorite type of woman.
They want the trophy. They want the trophy. The girl that looks good, that's dumb, that listens to whatever they say. They don't want the ambitious type that's on the same level with them, meeting them in the middle for real, because they're easier to manipulate. Because
No,
if they depend on you for everything, you dictate their lives for them.
no, you gotta give me some type of
Exactly.
mental stimulation. That's all I'm saying.
Something, bro.
Look,
Like,
I don't
no,
know
this,
how many dudes that come
Right.
in my inbox and thinking that I'm just pretty. As soon as we start talking, they get turned off because it's like, oh, you have a lot of opinions. Like, I don't know how to handle this
That's the
situation.
best kind.
you got a lot of opinion.
That's really how that be. I had somebody tell me, can you just agree with me once? Like, can you never agree? I'm not going to pretend to agree with you.
Ah,
Like,
That's crazy.
ah.
you
I've
scared
never
to
been
just start
attracted to a girl
talking?
like that. We gotta have a debate. Look, challenge me. Challenge me. Look, if I'm sounding dumb, that's something that expects you. Hey, that was kind of stupid. For real. I see you. I
Uh-uh.
see you. You
It's
can
a
do better
lot
than
of
that.
men that hate that because they feel like you're smarter than them.
No,
And
show
if they feel
What's
like
wrong
you're
with that?
show
smarter
me a
than
girl
them,
smarter
I ain't
than
worried
me.
about that.
if they feel like you're smarter than them, they don't want you because it's like, what's the point of us being together? Like, I'm supposed to know the things you're not supposed to. Y'all don't understand how many dudes get deterred whenever they start talking to me and they see that I'm not the typical pretty girl. It be like, oh yeah, I ain't with this. You got a lot of opinions. I thought you was quiet. I thought you didn't talk. I'm quiet, but when it's time to talk about some stuff, I can hold my weight. And it ain't too many men that's smarter than me. I'm gonna say that. It's not.
I am not for one-sided conversations in a relationship at all. Definitely
Me
not.
neither.
If you're
I think
gonna,
honestly, that's an underrated form of foreplay is having a real intellectual conversation. Cause
oh yeah,
that's you sitting there,
Yeah.
you
Tell me
stimulate me.
about it. You know how many
For real.
dudes done forfeited the vagina because they don't want to stimulate me mentally?
wow.
You know how many of them really they because they don't want to have conversations with me?
So they want to live in caveman
That's a
world, and
flag on
they
the
like
play.
that's an
That's
F.
great. It's weird. It's like I ain't about to do all that. Like that's too much. What? A conversation?
I don't have the conversation when it comes to sex. What do you want then when it
Have
comes to
you
that?
talked to a lot of people these days? They don't have anything to talk about. They'll say, "I want to get to know you. I want your number," but what you want my number for? Like you don't talk. You're not about to what you doing me all day. You not. I'm
The
not
biggest
giving
thing
you
to
my number
me,
for that.
it bothers me if you say you want to get to know me and I ask you questions. Damn, you ask a lot of questions. You the feds?
Yep, I get that a lot. You ask
You
me.
the
You
feds?
just said you wanted to get to know me. They be lying.
am I get to know you if I don't ask questions? I just like to
That's
see
how
how
they
things
get
play out.
you.
I like to
They
watch
be
people and figure
lying.
stuff
The only
out.
thing that they're wanting to do is get to know you so they can do some back shots. That's what.
Exactly. And they don't even
What?
want to get to know you. They
What?
just want to get in there. They wanted the access. That's why you got doors to go through before you even get my number.
Oh, they wanted to whole smash that. That's all that is. To go jug it out.
Yeah. But they lie. They'll say, I want to get to know you. That's why I don't take a lot of people seriously. No, you don't. Because if you wanted to get to know me, you would come in my inbox talking to me about things. You wouldn't come in my inbox, hey, how you doing? How was your day? What you doing?
Exactly.
Over
Hit
and
and
over
run.
again. If you wanted to get to know me, you would come
Hit and
straight
run,
to
yeah.
my inbox with conversation.
But they don't have that though. That's the thing. A lot of these people don't have that.
They
They don't. They
don't
don't know.
know
They
how to
don't know
have a
how to carry a
conversation
conversation.
at all.
But you know what though? A lot of the messed up thing is there's a lot of women who are okay with that and go jump into bed with this dude, and so they're used to that, so they think everybody's like that. So it's just like you
I
run
ain't like
across
that.
somebody else, like you just stuck up. It's just
Yeah, oh, I get, oh, you one of them. A lot. Oh, you one of them. One of what? Somebody with value?
my intelligence. And I used to do this thing
Me
too, where
neither.
I would dumb myself down to talk to people, like. But
Oh,
I'm
I ain't
not
doing
doing that
that.
anymore, bro. I'm not doing that anymore. Like, if you can't keep up with me in
Girl,
conversation, that's on you.
that's hard to do, to dumb yourself down.
Because being
I
smart's
tried
not
that
cool.
once or twice.
I couldn't ever.
I mean, like, back when I was younger and in the military and was on my dog shit at that point, there may have been a couple times where I tried with somebody that was, like, below my level. Because, like, I was a little older when I enlisted, right?
Hmm.
And I remember there was, like, one night I was at the club with the boys, and there was this one fine girl. She was from the West Coast. And we were talking and everything. She's like, well, where are you from? And I was like, well, I'm from Kansas. And she's like, where's that? Canada? I was like, baby, pull up Google
Yeah,
Maps on your fucking iPhone.
no.
Type in
Yeah.
Wichita, Kansas. Zoom
Pierre
in,
said that.
zoom in, zoom in. I'm in the center of the fucking United States. Well, you want to hang out later? No! I just felt my dick retract into my ass. No! No! And they're like, dude, she's fine. I'm like, but she's dumb as shit! Kansas is like
That's a
right in the
lot
middle
of
of the
men
fucking
love those
map!
type of women. Men love those type of women, and then they get on the internet and complain. Y'all
Well,
like those type of women.
no! That's like the chick from Flavor of Love that put a whole chicken in the fucking microwave and thought she cooked it. That shit ain't even right. No, no,
That was
no.
blasphemy.
I was like, you
No.
you darker than me, and you can't cook a bird?
Blasphemy.
Yeah, let me open my camera for a second. I got asked. All right. All right, there we go. Ha. Yeah, I'm moving my hands over here and everything as I'm talking. And yeah, I have more hair than I had on the picture, so I know that. What's up?
What's
Oh,
going
Exactly.
on, bro?
Yes. It's not a hard state to miss. But I'm in Virginia now. Just, I'm on the East Coast, so.
What part of VA are you in, bro?
I'm in Hampton.
I'm in Clarksville, like towards North Carolina. How close are you to this area?
North Carolina would just be
I'm,
on 64. Probably like maybe an hour.
we're not that
dang.
far from each other, bro.
No, not at all.
I just moved out here. Last month.
Well, welcome to the South.
Man, I love it out here, bro. I love it out
Oh,
here. It's
yeah.
quiet. It's beautiful here.
Well, I'm in like the 7 cities, so there's like traffic and all the bullshit. They want to be a big city, but it's not really, just because you gotta like go everywhere to do something. So like in Hampton, it's like one of the smaller cities in the 7, but like Norfolk, Virginia Beach, and I want to say Portsmouth. Those are like the big 3, where there's like always something to do and all that craziness. So, yeah. But I took a look at your YouTube page too, because of that whole rap and metal thing that we need to do at some point in time too, man. So I'm still
ready, bro.
vibing. Oh yeah, I'm still vibing with your flow too.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh yeah.
We gonna rock out, bro. I'm already trying
yeah.
to. I'm album mode probably next month. Album
Okay.
mode.
I just loaded a freaking arcade on my Mac and everything, so like I'm playing around with making beats and stuff. And of course, you saw like the
Wait,
freaking
arcade works on Mac?
Yeah.
Bro, I've been missing out this. I'm using Logic. I want to. That'd be probably easier to use.
Man, you've been sleeping on it for like at least 2 years. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I took a look at your YouTube page, like I said. And of course, I did like that that mix-up thing between the rap and the metal thing too. So, yeah, I think I can make something work with you.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to hear it. Can't wait.
Melody
you know it's
Queen.
gonna be dope.
Oh hell yeah. Melanie Queen. So now
I'm so close to Kansas. I was insulted. Where do you live, Mimi? Thank y'all for getting us to 4K likes. We really appreciate it.
Heck yeah.
That stinks. You ready? You've been a little quiet tonight. You
Oh, I haven't had a moment to chime
playing
in.
that Jesus role. You got that Jesus
You just
role
want me to
down
change my
pat.
shirt.
That's exactly what Jesus be doing too. World be go to hell.
Nothing, literally. You got it down pat.
Hey, Sinister.
Hey,
Oh, hey,
Sinister.
Sinister.
Hey, Sinister, how you doing?
I almost thought you were one of my followers. Shit.
That's one of mine.
She's hella cool. She got snakes and shit, bro. And
Okay.
like she's hella. She introduced us to a couple of them last time.
Sinister, Dark, all this other stuff. Like I'm usually like, oh yeah, those are my people, and I'm like, nope, that was not. Never mind.
Oh, you got 2 more snakes coming? What kind?
Ooh.
I think I probably would have snakes. I think I probably would own an animal like that just to people like don't want to come to my house.
Depends on the upkeep, because I be sick, so when I can get good attention.
I mean, I have a dog and a turtle.
Turtles are low maintenance, though, right?
Most definitely. I mean, Venus, all you gotta do is feed her a couple of times a week or whatever. So I feed her like 2 times a week, change out her water, put a new filter in the tank like every couple of months.
That sounds easy, but I don't know. I want a rabbit and a dog.
Rabbits are very high maintenance.
They are. I had one.
Yeah. Plus they shit everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah. I know I had one.
Hey, but it's not as bad as dog shit, bro. Like,
they cleaning it up.
My dog is good. Like
died.
if he's gotta go potty, he barks. He goes by the door and puts his paw on it and everything. He's like, "Dad, potty now. Let's go." And you're like, "All right, cool." That's it. He ain't pooped in the house. He ain't peed in the house. He's just a little old man.
I love dogs. So she stay in your house.
Oh yeah.
Melanie Queen, like she not with that.
People be terrified of snakes, though. I be loving it. Like I actually caught it. I tried to catch a snake a couple of times.
Yeah, snakes are not safe around here.
I had a snake before.
They ain't safe around here.
I had a pet snake like years ago when I was in the military.
They are cute.
Snakes are cute.
Have you ever held one, Booney?
I don't think so. I told you they not safe around here. By the time I get around, they dead. Oh, they see a snake around here, they die. They
kill it?
Yes, they not safe around here.
I get too many cottonmouths out here.
Immediately.
There's something about holding one and feeling it, like moving your hands. It's like so crazy to me. Like, so you could feel how they move like that. So,
I think if I ever did, but I don't think so. I've done some things.
I've held a couple, and I got one snake shit on me before.
Yeah, that's
fun. You ever been shit on by a snake?
I've
Yeah, I have exes.
I have.
never had that done.
It was weird when I first got Burson. That was his name. He was a little king snake. He was all black and yellow like my old college colors. So I picked him up because it kind of reminded me of Wichita State for a while. Okay, got
Hmm.
one more thing to do.
Bro, you always working.
Something like that. Brain's always doing something. And
Says the workaholic.
well,
Right.
this is just
The pot
helping.
calling the kettle black.
This is just helping somebody out. That's all that is. I got to work on my karma, Phil.
Mm. Got
Okay.
you.
And you don't put high school on a resume when you're like in your 40s. You don't need to do that. Jesus.
Wait,
All
what?
right. Yeah, person who sent me the resume had a high school thing on there, and I'm like, no.
Bro, that was 20 years ago. 25
Yeah.
years. What are you doing?
You had like your 25th anniversary for your high school reunion you didn't show up to. You don't need to put.
Whoa.
You don't even need to put that anymore. No, no, no.
Bro, it'll be next year. It'll be 20 years
They
for me that I was
still have
supposed to graduate from high
reunions?
school.
They have reunions for your high school?
Yeah, they have them for mine.
They have them for mine too. They
I
don't have them
I
for yours.
Homecoming?
I haven't
They,
changed since like
Like they have like
my
a something for homecoming and everybody all of the classes go to the direct recreation center. I'll
the,
go this year. I've been going for the last couple of years. So
the
nobody won't come
shocking
by my house to visit me.
the shocking part was last time I went to my reunion, I was like one of the only people that didn't really age that much or change that much. I think
Wow.
like the craziest part was I had piercings and my glasses changed, and I was a little bit bulkier than I was back in the day. But
you be
My
seeing some
classmates are
people with life to be hitting them, bro. Like you be like, damn, what happened?
right. My classmates still look young, but they can't gather without being drunk, if that makes sense.
no, that's a lot of people. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're going to a high school with people that you either didn't really like or you have some bizarre memories with, most likely it's best to be drunk for that situation.
Or don't go. Or just stay home. You
I just
know,
don't
you
Right.
don't
go.
have to go there.
I mean, we did a
Cause
reunion.
I don't really got like I ain't gonna say good memories. I wasn't bullied or nothing like that in high school. I was mean, so nobody was bullying me. But
We
but I don't be drunk. I go like I said, I go out there so they won't come by my house.
Right.
I'ma see all of y'all in one area. Y'all see me? I'm here. Now I'm about to go home.
I think I'm the only kid like that, or the from my high school class that I've seen that doesn't have kids. And that's the thing when I run into them, be like, "Oh, how you doing? How many kids you got?"
Hmm.
None.
It's a good bit of us that don't got kids. It's more that do, but it's a good bit of us that don't have kids in my class.
I mean, I feel sorry for my kid. He knows how crazy I am.
But
Like
you know, people be trying to fix like something.
Exactly, or what you do. Like, what's wrong with you?
Like, what's wrong
Why
with
would
you?
you
Like, why
say
don't
that?
you got kids? It's I just don't I don't want them.
I was thankful I adopted, but natural born, like from being a little one to like that's a lot of responsibility. And I think before all these points before in my life, I was not ready for that.
Right.
You can call it
But
selfish or
most
whatever
of
you
my
want, but I
classmates
wasn't ready.
had
no,
kids
it's common sense,
in
my
high
brother.
school. Most of my
It
classmates
really,
had kids in high school, but
wait,
I
seriously?
will say, yeah, I will say that those ones that didn't have a whole lot of kids. Like it's like they have that one that they had in high school, or maybe like two, but they don't have a whole lot.
Uh,
There's very few that do. Now, there's some that got like five and more.
I had one and I called it good. I had a boy,
No.
so I'm like, all right, cool.
I haven't been, but I want to go.
I really want to go too. And I've been talking
I feel like we
to
should. I feel like we should
Tim
plan a
Baker's
group
friend,
trip.
Tim Baker, and her friend. She introduced me to like Tula, and she said like I'm welcome there. She's gonna bring me back this garment, like this
Yeah,
garment and stuff,
I want somebody to invite me
right? I think
there.
it's best to know somebody before you go
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'd love to
I
go
want somebody
too.
to invite me.
It's on my bucket list. A couple spots over there.
Mine too.
I want to just go throughout the whole continent. Well, the parts that's not war torn right now. I'm not trying to get killed.
Nah.
Hmm.
So
Couple of countries off limits right now.
so my big sis, I went to Morocco. My big sister, she actually had a her ex husband was from there. This was many years ago though, and the thing was,
Uh, people,
how many?
maybe 200-300, I think.
Yeah, you're a small town girl. Mine was like
Yeah,
5,000.
very small. It's like that's why when people claim popularity here, I'm like you're popular amongst your family. Like, what are you
Yeah,
talking about? There's no such thing.
yeah. I had 5,000 in my graduating class.
Yeah, and our class was like one of the biggest, so it was like 300.
Damn,
I think about 300. And we had like one of the biggest classes.
60?
Wow, Van
Damn.
said the same thing. Van said she had like 12.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
think
how
Van
big
said
mine was supposed to
12.
be, but I didn't graduate, so
We were supposed to
that's
have
that.
7,000, but you know, a couple of them
Shit,
fell off.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, for real.
7,000.
Yeah, our graduating class originally was going to have 7,000 people, but as you can tell, a bunch of them fell off.
And
So we
that's
had
a
five.
class. I would have opted for homeschooling if I was going to school with you.
Honestly, the high school was pretty big. It was actually the biggest in the city. So there was a lot of space, and you didn't really feel like you were scrunched up.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
How
like,
many kids were going there altogether? What was the?
about the size of a college campus. So we had like a good 15,000 in the school or something like that. Yeah.
Bro, I thought my school was the biggest I've ever heard of. My school was 3,000. We had like 3,000 and 3,500.
No,
Like,
and like the craziest part was like for like lunch
15,000.
and everything, like we had waves, right? So you had like 4 different ways for students to go to lunch or whatever.
we had two.
Four for
That's crazy. I can't imagine.
15,000.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bro, my school, I would not have survived my school because the
Me
amount of riots
neither.
there would have been, bro, because we were fighting with that 3,000. If it was 15, bro, somebody would have died.
No, we just had a bunch of dumbasses that tried to go scary or whatever. Fine.
They got along pretty well.
Yeah.
I feel like because it was a small town, so everybody know everybody. So everybody they got along, but of course not friends, but we were friendly.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
Yep.
for what it was worth, like, the experience wasn't bad. I was one of those popular kids that got along with everybody. So,
I can
like,
see that.
I had the weird goth friends. I had the weird, nerdy friends. I hung out with, my homies, like, whenever and all that other shit, whatever. It was fine. Everybody got along.
I got along with everybody, but I didn't hang with them, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
outside of school, I didn't hang with them.
And there was always that one motherfucker that would say the wrong thing and get jumped. That was a no-brainer because that happened everywhere.
Right.
I didn't get along with everybody in my school. I sure didn't because we had some dummies in my school. Plus, we
Dummies
had
everywhere.
active gang members in my school too. So
Oh
There's
yeah,
that too.
Yeah.
yeah. There's that. But I feel like for him, it was on another level because they had it at my school too. But I feel like California it's another level.
So the thing was
you
like,
probably pretending to be a gangbanger if you banging out there where you live.
so the
They
thing
probably
was
pretending
They
to be.
be
like,
they be serious about their games.
South
I just feel like
was
go ride a horse. What are you doing?
South High. We had some gangbangers there, but they were kind of chill. Like, these were people that
Yeah.
you'd see like at the fucking gas station when you're getting like your energy drink or your coffee or whatever. And you knew they were repping something, but you're like, hey, what up, man? And they're like, what up? All right, cool.
It's usually like neighborhoods around here, like so it's like the different neighborhoods would like go against each other, and I'm just like, y'all live right down the road from each other.
Yeah. it was rampant and shit, right? And they had like metal detectors in the school. You had a shootout like at least once or twice a week there. All kinds of crazy. You had
Well, you were in Kansas City?
Yeah.
Oh, there's Bloods and Crips out there.
Oh, yeah.
I know that for sure.
Where I was from, though, like, the school I went to, everybody was pretty fucking chill. We just were like, whatever. We were south.
It's weird. For some reason, a lot of people migrated from Cali and landed in Kansas City. So they were like, they took the gang stuff from California and was like, we're going to take it to Kansas. It's like, that's what?
It's cheaper.
All of that stuff kind of weird. Where did gang culture start? Because all of us came from here. From at one point, all of us was in the South at one point.
Yeah.
Where did it start?
I mean, I think Crips was like California, but it was like a neighborhood watch type deal.
Crips and Blood started in California. Yeah. So the Crips started first. It was supposed to be protecting the neighborhood.
Yeah.
From the police and from the Palm people.
Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I remember that.
And then the Blood started because the Crips started getting too big. What's going on?
They started, I don't know how to. Started getting too big.
Yeah.
Huh? Because they started being the bullies, though. Yeah, they started being the bullies. So the Bloods was like, okay, well, we going against the Crips. Like, to start to calm y'all down. Y'all doing too much. You coming in here beating up people at parties and stuff. We can't even chill. Like, it's 50 of y'all and everybody else is scared of y'all. So.
And I mean, like, I knew. So. Growing up, I knew some interesting people.
Forgot their guns on them. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, that happens all the time. Now it's like
forgot their guns on them.
Growing up, I knew a couple of Bloods and Crips, right? And you know they were cool people. You're smart for this shit. You know they're like showing off their gunshots and everything. I'm like, all right, cool. I respect you for what you're saying. And y'all should already know I ain't about this fucking life, period. I'm like...
But originally, though,
it's like
the one thing that a lot of the gangs... The one thing a lot of gangs have in common is the Black Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
When they broke the Black Panthers up, we wanted to be militant still. So a lot of people start breaking down, but they destroyed the Black Panthers, and then a lot of people split off and started gangs in Chicago, New York.
KC.
But I feel like they lost their way at some point and started turning on each other.
Well, and then the thing was, too, like, you know, there was always good intentions when those things first start out. Except for, like, you know, MS-13 and stuff like that, where it was like, yeah, we're just into drug trafficking because this gives us good money, trying to be like Escobar and all that. But the thing was, like, the other ones, yeah, they started off with good intentions, but you always had that one person that had that charisma that was like, you know what? Yeah, we're good with taking over the neighborhood and protecting
Hey, how you doing, Antoinette?
But let's start breaking some stuff, too, to let out some stress, and that turns into everything else. Oh, I don't like that they wear purple, because I wear green. Okay.
That's where it gets weird to me. What does colors have to do with it?
It's what they vibe with. And so you
can recognize California
having a color to represent you, but what does not liking like, why do you have beef with a color?
Because somebody from that other color was like causing some ruckus or something that pissed them off, or was in their territory, or doing something they shouldn't do, and now they have to defend themselves.
You got to identify with that. Now in California, it's hats.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna wear this hat knowing that you're not supposed to be over here. This represents this neighborhood. You know that. 3 people from your neighborhood just killed people from my neighborhood. So with that hat on, like it gets real crazy. But they don't even trip off the colors no more like that. Like you can see a Crip wearing all red.
I know that they used to, is what I'm saying. Like how did that start? That to me
I see some of the OGs like on the music videos now, and you know, like Snoop, he don't even wear blue anymore or whatever. And then like you see X-Rated, you know, now he's out on the scene making albums and stuff like that. He wears whatever the hell he pleases too.
Which is crazy though, right? To see X-Rated got out.
I mean, like, I was so happy when I saw him sign with Strange Music and actually get decent audio. I was like, yo! Because it was like on that, it was on that one song with Tech and the Young Blood on there. The Young Kid, not Blood. Still Right Here. When I heard his verse on there, and you heard like the echo and everything else, and you're like, this is how I imagine this brother was sounding when he was in prison on that voicemail. Like it all just made sense.
There was a whole. He had released a whole album of when he was in prison. Well, the I'm that nigga that you answer to. When I say bitch jump, then that's what you do.
Yeah.
He was literally rapping in jail.
Yeah. Lynch was recording everything and putting it out, so he was making money while he was on the inside.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. That's a real homie for you too. Lynch has.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.
Yeah, but Brother Lynch has my utmost respect for helping out his homie like that. And like even when he was releasing like the albums under Strange, like I bought every single one of them because I was like, okay, I saw what you did for your friend. Automatically that clicked with me when I was a kid. And now I see you in my horror genre and you killing it. I'm like, that's great. Then he had a stroke and I still
I
followed
wanna
like his
make
cadence
some
being ruined and all that.
horror genre music.
The horror.
Yes. I get my witch
Horrorcore is
Yeah,
tight.
it's a Midwest
out, my
thing.
witch on, and that.
Yeah.
Hey, you should do it for real, but I could actually see you doing it for real. Turning up in the horrorcore shit.
I have tons of stuff I wrote and everything. I just haven't done it. There's a twisted duet I'll probably end up dropping at some point. I'm just trying to make sure I got the cadence right because it was a song I used to vibe with all the time and everything. So, yeah, that'll be a thing at some point.
100%. I want to do all of it. Honestly,
Oh yeah,
I just have to.
and the thing is though.
I be writing verses, but I be forgetting.
Well, and then the thing is with the horrorcore thing, like, I get a lot of them always like, pull out the hatchet and do whatever, but, you gotta have a little bit more content and filler in it. I was telling somebody about this earlier. If you can write poetry, most likely you already have part of that formula there. The only other part is just finding your voice. Once you find
That's what music period though. This is about finding your lane. But you can't come into horrorcore like that thinking that you just I can talk about slash murder.
No. Because everybody else does.
I want to talk about witchy stuff. I want to root. Root is all I want to talk about. Voodoo, root.
You're going to be about that witchy life. I got it.
Yes.
I mean, you already saw I promoted like that Siren Core thing when I found that. I was like, yo, this is cool.
That too, Siren Core. Ooh, I came across a video of this girl and I was mesmerized. I have to send y'all that video. Like I was mesmerized.
One of my girls from Arcane, she plays with those audios all the time or whatever. And like I heard it, I was like, this is what is like a couple days on that video, she's like, I do a bunch of these on my page. I'm like, I'm still looking. Went on this, started doom scrolling and everything. I'm like, this is a whole vibe.
You doom scrolling?
Like, you get stuck. Like,
when you're just stuck on like one person, just scrolling through like whatever their thing is.
I do that a lot. That a lot. If I find something that you're interested, I'm gonna.
Well, if it's like if it has to do with rap, rock, or metal. And you're trying to find inspiration or whatever, I'm usually stuck on that. I'm like, all right. This person's got all this. Ooh, there's some lady screaming vocals. Oh, I like that. Ooh, who does this? I need to follow them.
Do you ever listen to battle rap, Bert?
Uh-huh.
Who's one of who do you like in the battle rap scene?
So like some of my boys like did it on Team Backpack or whatever. Like Godimus, he rocked it against Dilemma, I think, a couple years ago. But of course, with Godimus, he had like all his legal issues and everything, so like his label dropped him and all that. And there's a couple of other big heads that were pretty cool too. Didn't Sean Price do some battle rap stuff before he died too?
Yeah, Sean Price did.
Yeah, he was a favorite
as well. I'm trying to in my cosplay platform. That's where I'm trying to get to.
What are you trying to get to?
Poetry, burlesque. Like with my poetry and things, like the costumes, the poems, songs as well.
Yeah, I had never heard about that before you had told me about it.
I've always wanted to do burlesque.
I knew a couple people that did.
Like that's where I'm trying to take that.
Okay. Well, you might not be able to do
I
so
think
much
I
in
think
your
you're gonna
small
have
town
like
beside
a
TikTok.
lot of fun with that.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that. Where did it
Okay, there's your plug. There's your plug. Tell the audience if well, we
getting
only have
there?
like what 7 people, maybe.
We're,
I don't know.
All
Tell
right,
the
Kevin.
audience what your Patreon
we're
is for your
heading in that
hustle.
direction. It's in the link is in my bio on my page.
There you go. But yeah.
If you know how to follow directions, it's pretty easy. I think we came back strong for this live though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
For the,
We did.
for the first one in a month.
I'm just glad you guys invited me on.
Of
Of
course, bro.
course,
Yeah.
the podcast is going to be amazing as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw Royal's invite, but I was in the middle of like getting the trash ready and everything, and stiff because tomorrow's trash day. So I mean, as soon as I finally got to a point where I could chill out for a little bit, that's how I jumped on a little late. But
Yeah.
Fifi, you still there? Or are you gone?
She dipped out.
She probably dipped out after I said I ain't all about that whole space.
If I know Tim,
answer.
if I know
You
Tim
ain't getting
Baker, she
the
might be
answer
having
she was
herself.
looking for.
She might be having herself a drink right now. If I
She
know
might
Tim
be
Baker,
talking-
she might be having a little sippy right now.
She might be talking to Melon and talking about, oh my god, that Bert's an asshole or some shit like that. I can't charm him. What the hell?
Jamaica said she want the bag. She want it all. I had them kids. I want that bag.
Boy, you got that swag. I want your imaginative money. What?
You actually can stay at
Nah.
home with them kids, and I will, I'll work. So that's how I feel.
I just
Not
don't
saying that I
understand
would
why
want to
some
be at
people
home.
want to do that though. You shouldn't have kids if you want to be a stay at home. Like, I just don't understand the
I just
process.
kind of feel like if you're the person, like, because not everybody to do things like that. Some people are content with being stay-at-home parents. I'm not going to just say mom because there are stay-at-home dads too.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people just are content with that, and that if they're able to do it, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. But
I mean, like my dad, he did the stay.
I would get bored.
My dad did the stay-at-home dad thing for a while. When he got laid off from the city before he decided to become a badass and do the bounty hunter thing. I think he took like 2 or 3 years off after he got laid off and everything. But his second wife was a lawyer and everything, so we were fine.
Right.
Yeah. So
I feel like at least like if one person has that career that they are settled into, I don't think there's nothing wrong with the other partner like staying at home.
But his thing was,
True. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
He's like, during the day, I'm super dad. I'll take the kids to karate practice and jazz recitals and everything. Because my sister, my youngest one, played piano. My oldest one played saxophone. So he's like, I'll take them to their things. Bert goes to his martial arts stuff, whatever. When they get home, Bert's playing on his Xbox. The girls are doing their own thing or something. But at night, I'm jazz musician, play a Herb or whatever. That's what Dad did. So he was making his money. Like he was just pursuing his art at that point in time. And then after a while, he's like, you know what? I got a gun. I got a badge. Let's go.
The problem for me,
amazing because I feel like some
Eliza,
people don't get to do it. Get to do that.
Yeah.
the problem with me is somebody that doesn't communicate that. So if you have the intentions and telling somebody that you do have ambitious stuff like that, and then then you fall into that, like not doing anything or sitting at home or whatever. Because even then, like you said, your dad was at home, but y'all was doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all was doing stuff.
He got his grind.
You mean like somebody that's just like there, like they don't do nothing outside of the house? Is what you mean?
Yeah, if they don't do anything outside of the house or whatever, that's what kind of gets to me. I'm like, yo, find a hobby, make something.
Some people
Look at
be happy with
Pinterest.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
I couldn't, but
what was that
homegirl,
thing?
we can build Gundam model kits together. I got like 5 of those bitches I haven't finished yet.
What would that mean
if
with
I
the
was
kid with
stay
the
at home,
stick?
mom,
You're like
me and them
poking it.
kids
Do
would be turning
something.
that house upside down. Upside down. Every time you come home, we doing all types of stuff.
Even better.
Like we lit.
Yeah.
For
Because I
real
mean,
though.
like,
That's how I used to do when I used to babysit. I was
hmm
a kid. Like I used to do all types of crazy stuff for my brothers and my cousins.
hmm
Like they loved me as a babysitter, but I was also a kid. I had no business babysitting them.
I think that's a big thing, especially in like I think we share that with like the Mexican culture and other cultures. We babysit when we shouldn't be babysitting. Like what?
Right.
I
Like
mean, I did the
literally
same
tonight.
thing.
Like we were on top of the roof
Yes.
and all types of stuff. We were on the roof and all types of stuff. I was sending them down the road by themselves like little kids. My mama like, you
Like,
so
go get snacks.
responsible.
I told you what my sister. I had to watch my sister. She was like, "What can I have for lunch? Can I have candy?" Yes, and ice cream.
Bro,
Oh no,
I used to cook all of my mama groceries. I'm telling you, like every restaurant, we play in restaurant every day.
no, I was showing my little sister how to cook when I used to watch
It
her back in
wasn't
the day.
for you. Like, I couldn't do it.
Understand somebody that's okay with that, but you still like Bert said, have something going for yourself,
Yeah, yeah.
some kind of life, something.
Yeah,
Because like I said, I'm not trying to come home and talk about the new cleaning products or the soap opera you just watched.
yeah, most def.
I
I
think they
mean,
still be having stuff to talk about. It just be,
I mean, go back to school. You can do that shit online.
I know a couple people that are perpetual students. That is,
but
they always
also
in school.
y'all are underestimating how
Yo,
much work that is.
I'm telling you,
Being a stay-at-home parent.
I'm telling you
That's a lot
straight
of
up.
work. You don't even got time to do a lot of stuff sometimes.
Like, I've been fighting the urge to go back to school for my master's degree. I'm like,
Same, same,
because I told myself
same.
by I think 42 or 43, I want to have my MBA and I want to be pursuing my doctorate at that point. I mean, granted, I'm only 34 now, but
Yeah, I want my master's
Hey,
in
do that,
psychology.
bro.
yeah, I want to be known as Doctor Bird at some point. But
Me,
if something
me
else pops
too.
off
Hey,
before then,
that's a real flex right there, though. For
oh
real.
Me
yeah,
too.
oh yeah,
I want to go back for my master's in psychology
and
at
then
some point
yeah, it would just be a doctorate in business for me.
in
Uh,
great
let's see.
psychiatry.
Project
Yeah.
manager, doctor, business guy, whatever.
I feel
Yeah,
like I might as well. I be everybody's therapist
yeah.
ever since I was a little girl.
So you got a
Might as well
bachelor's in
get
it
paid
already?
for it.
Yeah, I have a bachelor's. I started when it comes to but I have a bachelor's in creative writing.
I have a bachelor's in business. I originally was a psychology major when I first started,
Me too.
like
Same.
17 years ago, something like that. And then, like, when I got out of the military, I went back to school for business just because there was a private school up the road and was trying to use that GI Bill.
Yeah, you
I'm
do a
still
lot. You have to do a lot at home. Like I think you underestimate it. You rarely have time to do anything for yourself when you're a stay-at-home parent a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you don't have another parent to like carry to help you. When they get home, you don't get that relief. You still have to do everything.
Well, and that's
It's a
also
lot.
in the younger years as well. Once they get a little older and get a
Yeah.
little bit more independence, then it kind of lets up.
Yeah.
I'm I'm considering going back and getting my getting a bachelor's in political science. 'Cause I don't have a degree right now, but I'm considering. But I feel like I don't know if like I'm too old. Like sometimes like my thoughts in my head like
Bro, you ain't never too old. I mean,
There you
Never
go.
too old.
when I went back to school, like there because I'm in a military populated area, there were a lot of veterans that went. And out of the group that I was with, because I was like I think 25 or 26, you had people in their 30s and 40s and even their 50s going to school at that time too.
I went to cosmetology
Yeah,
school and I was the youngest.
yeah. So I mean, like, and the thing was when it came to veterans going to school, Like you even notice, like, okay, there are some odd ducks in here, but honestly, the adjustment phase as I got older, you had a little bit more discipline, so it wasn't that bad.
Right.
So you were out in the world, you did your thing, you understood time management and everything, where the younger cats didn't quite understand it. And the older cats were kind of fucked up in their own shit anyway, so you're like, all right, whatever. At least I can be a liaison between both groups at this point. So, it
Mhm.
ain't ever too late.
Yeah, everybody was a lot older. I was in high school because they wouldn't give it to me in high school
Mm-hmm.
because they said I was too smart for it, which is stupid. So
Cosmetology?
I
Really?
yes, they wouldn't give it to me because they said they were like, you're too smart for that. You should do something else or whatever. So I ended
You're
up having to
freaking
go to
stupid.
the college, which there's a college next door. It was very stupid, very stupid.
Honestly, if it's something that you feel like you want to pursue because it's an elective or whatever, they should let you do it anyways.
Right, they had it there at the school for free, but I had to pay for it because they wouldn't give it to me.
That's some bullshit. I know with me, like back in high school, like our school had like all kinds of programs. Like whenever they had like new stuff being added to the curriculum for the next year, like
Mhm.
you could sign up for it or whatever. And so like my senior year, they had all these promises. They're like, "Yo, we gonna have Japanese, we gonna have Mandarin, we gonna have forensics, we gonna have." I wanted to be a forensic scientist because like you would go to
I
the
can see
forensics
you doing that.
classes and you could get your certification there, and then you could apply for a job with the city, like for the sheriff's department. And I was like, yo,
Mhm.
that's a career move right there. And
It was smart. It was smart to do that, and they were
yeah,
hindering me from doing it.
but the thing was, every class I wanted for my senior year, because the school decided at the last minute to upgrade the football stadium, they're like, nope, no more scientists, no more of this, no more of that. You ain't speaking Japanese in a Kansas school.
Are you
That ain't gonna
serious?
happen. Oh
I don't
yeah.
understand why sports is the most important thing to schools. I don't get it.
Well, and the thing was,
Money?
like, our school went through a losing streak for
Capitalism.
25 years. We lost every homecoming for 25 fucking years. It was so bad, it was on ESPN. My school got coverage. My cousin was the quarterback. We
Wow.
were watching that shit. I'm like, nigga, that's you. You
Yes.
I can't be a nerd like I want to be because you suck.
Right.
Y'all are ass, bro.
Literally.
Yeah. And he's like, well, why don't you join the freaking team? I'm like, because I'm going to fucking throw somebody into the fucking stands. Like, that ain't going to work. I'm like, I'm chill at school. I'm like, on weekends I do karate shit. I beat the shit out of people for fun. I'm like, and then I come back to school chill as fuck. I'm like, you're telling me you need somebody to brawl out on the football field? That ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. Nah.
That ain't me, bitch.
Yeah. I'm like, it's gonna be fun for everyone to see, and they're gonna be like, oh my god, Bert's a demon. What the hell?
They gave me graphics design when I was in high school, and I never got a certificate. None of that. Passed the class, all of that, on the roll, all of that. Never got certified, so it was pointless. So you stopped me from doing something that I really wanted to do to give me a graphics design class, and I can't even. I don't have a certificate to even work in that industry.
The fun thing was, one of my most fun classes I had back in high school was culinary arts. I took like
Ooh, I
culinary arts.
love culinary
Oh yeah, I
culinary
did one
art.
through four. Did cake decorating. Did all the cool
Ooh.
stuff. And like I did a couple of cooking competitions between like the cities, like between Kansas City, Wichita, and then a couple of other
Okay,
things.
Soma, you see here.
I got trophies back at home. Like they're still
Okay,
at my
Soma,
mama's
you see
house.
here.
Hey,
And
flex one time, Bert. Flex one time. That's what's up.
and even got the Letterman's jacket for it too, which was crazy. I didn't know chefs got Letterman
You got
jackets
a
for culinary
Letterman's for
arts.
culinary?
Yeah, I did.
That's actually amazing.
Really?
So like my high school Letterman jacket has a culinary letter on it. It has my ROTC one. Like
I
it's
love
it's weird.
ROTC.
And like honestly, it got me
I
my
told
first job in high school.
you I hated ROTC in school,
Oh
but
yeah.
I
it was because of the
love
people that was in it.
Oh
It
yeah.
was the people that was in it.
A lot of people get caught up in this whole "I'm in uniform, I have power, fear me,
Yeah,
worship
that's
me."
exactly what it
it.
was. And somebody tried to check
Yeah.
me in front of one of my friends, and I told one of my friends, I'm about to knock you out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I need to get
I
out
don't
this
think it
class.
was it like that.
Well, and
Ours in
like
my school?
I
I don't think it
was
was like that.
I was the
Yeah, it was some
commander at my school,
people.
right? And I used to tell like my class, like, look, this is pretend army.
Not commander.
Yeah, yeah, I was the commander.
Commander?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So I was like, this is pretend. In class, I'm a dick. You meet me outside of class, I'm playing on my PSP. Leave me alone. That's how this works.
Yeah, it was some people who used to take it so serious, bro. Like,
Oh,
chill out. This
oh,
is not real.
75% of those
I
kids in there took it seriously.
I know a bunch of those kids actually went straight to the army because I was in
Yep.
high school when 9/11 happened, and so they took it like way too serious. It was like war. People was talking about that like going to war. Like
No,
I'm not
I,
doing that.
I mean, even with me, I waited for a few years. The only reason I went was when I got that letter for like the next tuition raise for the college I was at. They're like, oh yeah, yeah, you're a resident of this state. The first year it was like $3,000. You're like, okay, cool. My Pell Grant pays for that, right?
Mhm.
Second year it was like five. So sophomore year you're like, okay, still that's just more of the Pell Grant and some of my scholarship, whatever. I can still get all my equipment and pay for my apartment and all that other stuff. Third year, your tuition rate, 20,000. Fuck that
Dang,
shit.
Oh no.
I'm like, this ain't no
I'm
Ivy
good.
League school. I ain't paying $20,000.
that's
Like, I
crazy.
ain't
I
paying forty
had
thousand
30.
dollars a
Mine was
year.
30. Not a year,
No.
but like in all.
And they're like, student loans. I'm like, I'm enlisting.
Bro, I'm not gonna be any use to you people.
And like, what was bad was I remember like I got out of boot camp and I was in school for like the training part that you have to do for your job in the military. And I remember the commander pulled me aside. He's like, "We're interviewing airmen to go to the Air Force Academy. All you have to do is go for a review board. We looked at your record. You passed with, because in boot camp you get a report card. No one tells you. In the Air Force is how they do it. It has all your progress.
Really?
Yeah. So everything that you do, you get graded on. You get qualified. And it's on your record. And you have to carry that record to the school that you're going to for the second part of your training for your
Wait, so
career course.
can you pass boot camp if you're a fuck up? Like if you like the kind of F on all your
They're going to give you many chances to pass, right? And if you
Mm.
fuck up on an area, they give you like 3 strikes, right? With that class that you're in. So it's like, all right, cool.
I don't think the Marine Corps or the Army has that. They said fuck the
No, the
Army.
Marines
I
are
guess
like,
at least the Air Force got respect for y'all. You're
yeah,
like, you know what? You can't be a dummy working.
Marines are one and done, basically. But like the Air Force, literally, it was like you had 3 shots, like in boot camp, like in a certain area. If you didn't qual for like shooting or whatever, you had like another try and then another try, and they're like, okay, this is counting against you, for
That's
for
actually
your
pretty good.
your end of course stuff or whatever. You had to score like a 95% just so you could graduate from boot camp. It didn't mean that you were like the best soldier in the world. You could still be a complete shit show. But like if you pass the final, it's like, okay, cool, you can move on. But we gonna make sure everybody else knows that you're not the smartest kid in the group.
Good night, Mimi.
Yep. All right,
Oh, good
Mimi.
night, Mimi.
We'll talk later.
Have a good
It
night.
was nice talking to you.
Yeah, for real. Thanks for hanging with us.
Most definitely. Actually, whatever. Yeah, there were many a fuck ups in boot camp. Ugh. I
I'm so
remember.
glad they didn't set me. They did. I tried to go one time when I was homeless, and they said I couldn't go because I had a mental illness, and it was just like, well, that's all she wrote. I'm not trying no more.
So the thing is, like, if you fail out so many times, there's a thing called recycling where they put you in like the next class in line too, right? So that will move your graduation date, but I don't know how many times they allow you to recycle. So that was like another issue that we had. We had one boy in my flight of 57 people, and his one thing was he always found a way to smash in boot camp. I don't know how the bro did it, but he found like some opportunity and some willing female trainee and got caught. And that was his thing. And I think like when he got to my class, we know what the issues are with the recruits
One
because
thing
like
people gonna do is have sex. Me
Yeah.
too.
But you know, when you got like 3-minute showers and everything, and you can't wash up in places like you
You
need to and all that,
3 minute showers?
yeah, no, no, you
Mm.
can hold off for about
Oh,
8.5 weeks.
that thing gonna be hot.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
there's grilled
Ain't
cheese
no
forming in places and stuff like that. No,
Not
no,
grilled cheese.
is there a way, Booney, like, as a woman, is there a way to properly wash your area in 3 minutes?
Bro, it takes me 15 minutes.
see, there you go.
Yeah, no,
Like
like
what? 3 minutes?
that thing hot.
And like
It
What
I
you
takes
told,
me
doing, bro?
a whole
I
15
told the
minutes.
boy, I'm like, what? You must like that flavor of something. Come on, man. No, you gonna risk it just for the smell of the wild?
You over
But there
getting
are
that
some of
that
them
that
that
that,
really
that
do.
hot
They
Cheetos?
do.
Ugh.
They like it with the little sauce on.
That flavor, that's a little bit too wild for 8.5 weeks. I'm just saying.
Getting that Takis thing right there.
Oh, they like that seasoning. They like
This
that.
one's it.
What I call it, the chicken noodle pack. They love it.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. You can't be smelling like no shrimp ramen. I'm just saying. Nah, nah.
They, they love it.
Domino's. Domino's ain't even around in boot camp. You're like, what the hell is this? Yeah, the fun stuff they don't tell you. So with that said, when
3 minutes
Homeboy
is
was
wild.
yeah, when Homeboy was perpetually recycled for that reason, and we
So they
tried to keep
kept
him in
giving him a
check.
chance.
Yeah. We tried to keep him in check because I guess the Air Force was trying to keep everybody at that point in time. We're like, look, man, you can't be doing that. No. We all trying to get out of this mug. We all trying to get that shower for 15 minutes to get this shame off of us at this fucking point. And lo and behold, graduation weekend, when everybody passed, we find out he's stuck on Bay Orderly, which is like, slave labor for the unit, right? Cleaning up everything and all that. Because he got caught with somebody that was still 3 weeks behind us in the laundry room.
Hey,
And we're like,
Well, he
bro,
said
you don't learn.
he
He
was
he
in
did
probably
his
heat.
was a
duty.
nympho, bro. He had to
Oh
be a
yeah.
nympho
Oh
back then.
yeah.
Had to be.
Well, and then like the other thing was,
He
I
was
remember like that
never that
graduation
serious.
weekend, I went to the San Antonio Spurs game downtown, and I got dropped off at the base, I think at midnight or whatever. That was our curfew, so we got to see the whole game and everything. Thank goodness. But as I was coming in, there was like this young, blonde-haired, blue-eyed trainee. I think she was like 1 week away from graduation. You can't touch me. No, no, no. You ain't worth it. I ain't staying here longer than I have to. Nope, nope, nope. We got goals. And like, by the way, your drill instructor's behind you. Bullshit. Bullshit what? Yeah.
Now
So,
they're trying to get that hot pocket eight.
yep. I was like, he's like, Airman, is this girl giving you problems? I'm like, she's trying to like solicit some grilled cheese on me, sir. And he just started busting out laughing. And he's like, what?
Still trying to get that hot pocket eight.
I was like, bro, I got 2 strikes. I can say what the fuck I want for a weekend, okay? That's just how this works.
I just love how we all creatively just said all the other things instead of saying the actual word. Grilled cheese hot pocket.
Yeah. It all means the same thing.
Same thing.
But yeah, 4 years
So
of that was
somebody said
ridiculous.
monkey. Somebody said monkey one day, and I was like, "What?" I thought only people where I live at say call it a monkey. I don't really hear people
That's an
calling
old
it
one.
that like that.
Yeah.
Hey, who was that song? Shake That Monkey. Wasn't that Too Short?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was too short.
that
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
was.
I was like, monkey.
All right.
That's everywhere.
My homie's resume is sent. I have prettied it up. Let's see what they do with it. All
Put
right.
on
You
high
were
school.
sitting here doing a resume while you were talking to us this
Oh
whole
yeah.
time.
Oh
You're a
yeah.
good multitasker.
Hey, for real, I don't think I could have done it.
I had a whole thing of iced coffee. So
Wait, are you a Raiders fan, Bert?
no, not really. I just have a Raiders mug over here.
Okay, okay. I thought we was gonna have beef.
Nope. It was on clearance. I needed a mug that day.
Mhm. Wait, and the chocolate type of name.
Miss Hooten. I like that name actually.
Sound like a good time.
I think she left, but
That
she says she a model,
that
IG
doesn't mean
model,
what it means in
and
German.
what does
Yep,
Hooten
I
mean in
think that's what
German?
it is. What does it mean?
Female dog.
Ooh, that's
I think
no.
BITCH.
I think it's written in German.
Yeah, its spelling is off, but still.
Oh, I just
Mm.
seen something now
Texas
that
spells it X says
before.
hat.
But I'll talk to you about it when we get off on live right now. It says a live show. We could do like different the game show stuff on here.
Oh, that would be
For
fun.
real?
Yeah, it's
All
got
right.
us forward and everything.
Oh yeah, that game that we played, what that was that like, not last weekend, weekend before last was
That
crazy.
was so fun,
It was
Bert. You
That
would
was
have had a
fun.
good time with us, bro. You
Oh
would have had
yeah.
a
that
good
game
time.
was crazy.
Well,
I didn't have to watch my language.
I mean, the more you guys keep me on here, I'm trying to figure out what that 41 is by me, by the way. But yeah, I mean, the more you guys have me, the
That's
more I'll
the
play.
That's your
number.
gift. That's your
That's the
gifts.
gifts that your friend sent you. Was it Mimi that
Oh,
sent
Hmm.
those? No,
Yeah, that's
it
friends, his
was
friends. There was some people in here. I think they were his
Dory.
followers.
oh yeah,
Dory Murdoch sent a whole bunch.
yeah. My acting sis, got it. I'll have to hit her
Hmm.
up later.
Oh, she showed love. That people
Hmm.
pulled up and showed you love, bro.
Yeah, she's one of the voice
Hmm.
actors I play with every now and again. But
Well, we've been on for almost 3 hours now, so I think
wow,
it's cool.
It's been 3 hours.
holy
Hmm.
Yeah.
shit.
Speaking of that,
Yeah, we need some more of those. That last game though, we need those type of questions. Those hard hitting, make you think.
I mean, I
Hmm.
got a lot more. I just picked a couple of them. I think I only did 5. I have like maybe like 40 questions.
Thanks, Claudia, for letting me know. And yeah, I came
I,
on a little late though, so maybe for me it was like an hour and a half or something, maybe two.
I was trying not to do sex questions because y'all swear that that's all I do. So I was
Hey,
like,
no, you gotta add
"Ooh,
some
okay,
sex. Hey, you gotta add some sex ones up in there for real.
I
I
mean,
actually
like
had some. I
around
just
this
didn't
time of night,
ask.
you can get away with it. A little earlier on, you never know when the
Yeah,
kiddies
they
are
gonna give
watching.
you the banana.
But curator was the
Facts.
MVP of the game show we did it 2 weeks ago
Curator,
though.
Okay.
Curator was hilarious.
All right, bro.
Hilarious.
he, what was the thing? The HIV test? It was just like, what would you do if your girl was
Uh,
oh, I
it was the
said,
man asking for advice for he was saying that he was cheating and then his wife found out about the affair and now she said that it was an open relationship and he didn't know what to do about it.
I said, clean response, just bounce, petty response, bounce, believe like 12 HIV tests on a dime time. Like,
Hmm.
uh,
That's hilarious though.
you give me a place where I don't have to filter myself at all.
She pulled draw
yeah.
for him. Oh, you want to cheat? I got your cheat. We about to be open.
No, that's that open card right there. That one that you could write something up.
Right. He's
Oh
like,
Draw
you put
my.
a real word
for
in here.
Oh,
or.
press pass.
Uh,
Me, myself, I, and some other guy.
but
Hilarious.
yeah, hanging out with you too.
Yeah. We're gonna get
Thanks,
Thank
off.
you,
Claudia.
bro. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna get off. We'll be back next week though, y'all.
Hmm. I'm looking forward to that podcast on
But
Saturday
I'm
too. By
game.
the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I gotta see what everybody voted for the topic.
Oh yeah, let me know.
William picked
So I'm not
corn.
just going in blind.
It's gonna be something interesting. I don't
William
know.
picked
I'm sure.
corn.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think didn't you pick the two curator? What topic did you pick?
I haven't voted yet, so I have to go see.
Oh, I don't know. Shit.
I don't think
I think
did
that's the
he
one I
vote?
slept through.
think I voted for conspiracy theories.
Everybody picked something different.
Might have to do a tiebreaker again or something.
I'll just be the deciding person like I usually am. Like whenever everybody picks something, I just decide. I'll just pick something that y'all already picked.
Whatever we decide, then I'll probably ask some questions onto the thing when we do it.
Mhm. And we're doing the advice column thing for the question segment.
Okay,
Okay.
so are we going to get more questions like Fifi was asking?
Probably.
I jumped on and she's like, "Bitch!"
That was hilarious.
I was like, "Yo, at
She
least."
is so like naturally funny. That's
She is
like
hilarious.
Let me give her a
Well-
follow too. Oh, shit! I thought I was messing with my laptop and I'm staring at my phone.
Hold on, didn't I follow? Yeah, I follow Zamiko here.
Oh nope.
Oh, I don't follow. What the heck?
Sir,
I thought I was
If I
following
do
you.
not.
yeah, it says you requested to follow a private account. Okay, so I can't follow her. Never mind.
You
No, I can't.
Oh, it's telling me.
Maybe I got.
I pressed follow back and it's not. So I think, yeah, you can't follow
Requested.
her.
Yeah, I said no.
It might be because her account is not active right now on here, so you might have to go search her after this.
Okay. Well, let me
'Cause-
just copy and paste her name.
But all right, y'all.
Okay.
Let me know when you got it, and I'll get off.
All right, I got her name. So we shall
Good
see.
night.
Oh shit!
Good night.
And of course
See y'all
my.
all on Saturday.
Oh yeah, and it looks like my notifications blew up a little bit. God damn. Go wait for a little bit.